Let's go, Kitty. We should proceed with the final divination.
I see a new world. How utterly fascinating. Everything has been guided by fate. Under the silver glow of the moon, the future you see. Is there a place for me in it? Everyone loves secrets, but no one likes their secrets pried into. What about you? Who do you see standing before you? The magician? Or Jacinta DALCARLO? From atop the tower, all I can see is destruction, a vision of the apocalypse. Kiss of fate. Revel in death's embrace.
Let's go, Kitty. We should proceed with the final divination.
I see a new world. How utterly fascinating. Everything has been guided by fate. Under the silver glow of the moon, the future you see. Is there a place for me in it? Everyone loves secrets, but no one likes their secrets pried into. What about you? Who do you see standing before you? The magician? Or Jacinta DALCARLO? From atop the tower, all I can see is destruction, a vision of the apocalypse. Kiss of fate. Revel in death's embrace.
Yo, 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 and welcome back, you beautiful people. For those of you wondering, where is the queen? Where is DALCARLO? The answer is pretty self-evident. It is 56 minutes from now. So we have 56 minutes to get our dailies done, to calm down, to accumulate some luck, and then get straight into the good stuff. So, let's go through it again as usual. Remu, welcome to the stream. Welhasi, Samuel, Heaven, Carlo, Mars, Kairi, Hayam, G-Bird, Lizard, Sean, Tumu, Marcus, sup. Are you ready? Shut up about the tier list, man. We don't talk about no tier lists on here. Shh. Yo, Tyrese, what's up? Nearix, as usual. Let's pre-register for the DALCARLO event that happens in 55 minutes. Oi. We are indeed ready and waiting. So, DALCARLO waiting room acquired. DALCARLO release date successfully found out. And yeah, it is 55 minutes from now. At that point, we will be able to unleash everything. Every single drop of resources, of tiers, right? Every single drop. Wait, did they approve our memberships? There's no way they already approved our memberships, right? Because I do have the symbol for the chat for me personally. There's no way that they already approved them, right? YouTube Studio. Huh? Ladies and gentlemen, it only took 2 hours. Memberships are now live. And until we can get 5 memberships, we are limited to 4 emotes. I have like 6 or 7 prepared. Memberships are live. we now have Ancestor. You have the vessel membership, which is $8. Just $8, you get access to the emotes, member only chat whenever we need it. Then you have the $3 version, which is ancestral vessels. And then if you really don't know what to do with your money, you got the $10 one for the otherworldly vessel. So we have different faction icons depending on how long. First members start off in Bloodborne, then you get Kingdom after a month, Church after 3 months, Ancestor, and then it goes to otherworldly and then to special. But yeah, if anybody wants to try out if the memberships work, I launched them right now. But I don't know if they're already active. Let's see. It says, right? So memberships are now live if anybody's interested. Obviously, not a requirement at all whatsoever. But if anybody wants to try out some, yeah, Silver and Blood themed emotes, feel free to do so. And yeah, thank you all so much as always for joining. And we really did get approved for monetization and memberships in the same day. We have been eating well. Yep, we are also on our way towards 2.5, hopefully today, if everything goes perfectly well. And yeah. Also, we'll save our dailies, right? We'll save the Time Worn Mausoleum, we'll save the Arena, we'll save the Tomb of the Fallen to make sure we can use DALCARLO in these game modes to figure out how good she actually is. Getting some Ancestors? I doubt it. I heavily doubt it. But we're going to try. Nobody can stop us from trying though. Alright, let's see. New Moon. Let's collect our quests. Yeah, so we still have to clear these floors. 8, 9, 10. Spots in my guild. Let me see. Clan. We are level 5. We do the clan sign-in every day. Make sure you do your clan sign-ins. Make sure you like your members. And let's see. We are currently 32 out of 32 with everybody pretty much being active. So not yet. We do have 3 guilds in total, you could say. We got VGSB1, we got VGSB, we got VGSB2, and we also have Bloody Rose. So if you're interested, you'll find the UIDs in the Discord, or I guess in the document for the first 2 guilds. Yes, not. Yesn't. So if we have a look at everybody else, right? If we go to a normal banner, let's have a look at the rates. You see how Ancestors are 0.08% and a normal unit is 0.2%. If you go to the premium banner, you notice how Ancestors are still 0.08%, but everybody else is 0.05%. So the rates remain unchanged, but everybody else's rate got suppressed because of Lamia right here. So no, but also yes. We're early today, yeah. We need to be ready for the DALCARLO release. That's what we gotta do. That is what we gotta do. And yeah, everything starts in an hour. Don't ask me why, but they like to pick 5 instead of 4. So daily reset, which is what happened right now, is 4 daily, right? Resets at 4 daily, and all the events and such start at 5. I don't know why, I don't know how, but they do. So yeah. Make sure you do your dailies. Make sure you claim. Is Spectre, Gilrain, Augustine, and Agarus good or bad? Middle of the pack. I wouldn't say they're bad heroes, but they also aren't like Acapella / Van Helsing, if you know what I mean. Oh, also yesterday I made a terrible mistake. I actually I used my 5 attempts on normal. I was just like, okay, let's get it done quick. Let's go to LH, L1, 11, and then I just, yeah, kind of wasted those. Is a bit regretful, but at least it's not that hurtful. Yeah, makes sense, right? You buy yourself like an hour to like look at potential problems. That's a reasonable approach, I would say. That's definitely a reasonable approach to take. Yeah. You're at chapter 12.1 as a free-to-play. Is that good enough? That is really good. You're probably better than 99% of free-to-plays. Are we getting the free tempo on DALCARLO starting today? Starting today. As soon as the banner goes live, every one of you can do a temple. And that's why we're going to have a vote, alright? Once the temple goes live, we're going to have a poll, and I want every one of you to vote on what you got from your free temple, alright? Just so we can get an idea and see how many of you actually got blessed. So the options will probably be DALCARLO, SSR, Ancestor, and nothing, right? Those will be our 4 options. No, it's the DALCARLO exclusive, but the pity does carry over. So if you do your free pull on the DALCARLO banner, you build pity even for the Lamia banner. Also, be sure, if you have pity built up, and you want to use your pity on Lamia, do not do your free pull before you get your Lamia off the banner. Because in case you pull a DALCARLO, it does also reset your Lamia's pity. So it goes both ways. Be careful. Hey, if you started out with an Agaris, then your next one is either an Ancestor or goddamn misses herself. Can you make a more in-depth gear guide? Makes me wonder what exactly I would cover in that guide, right? Like, how much more in-depth can you as of this moment really get? I do feel like I covered most, if not anything in the, if not everything in the full gear guide already. It depends, maybe you're also talking about like combining the artifacts. How many pulls for hard pity? 60, but you're looking at a 4% chance. 60%, 60 pity, but 4% chance. Yo, Black Flag. Oh, let's go through the list again. Yo, Samuel. Yo, Carrie. Yo, Randall. What's up, Harun? Yo, Aaron. Black Knight. Black Flame. Resoluto. Neville. Ismail. Man, so good to see y'all. Let's get hyped. 45 minutes. 45 minutes. How could he resist? Sheer power of will. No, wanna know the real reason why? Ancestors don't exist, right? Like, ancestors are a lie told to you by these so-called free-to-play players. They tell you that Transcendent Hearty is a hero, or like Transcendent Amy, or someone, I think a guy called, Transcendent, no, I don't know these guys, right? I don't even know what an ancestor is meant to be. I do know that Linmin is kind of nice, but everybody else, I have no idea. Fish, Dolphin, Spenders Guy video. Sure, if the recommendations are great enough, I can give you recommendations on the best packs. Let me actually check. If we go to YouTube and if we go to the live stream right now, did they successfully launch membership thingies? Let's see. You view a channel. Live. Let's click on myself. Yeah. Join. Yes. So can I gift a membership? Yes. I can. No, can I? Yes, I can. Okay. Fuck. That's a lot. Let's do 5. Let's do 5 just so I can flex some emotes. Yeah, enjoy. 5 of you randomly are now going to get gifted a membership. I have no idea who is it going to be. Full send it. It's kind of weird. I'm gifting membership to myself. But okay, let's see who gets it. We have a membership to I don't know. I don't know. We need to see who of you in here, 5 of you, 170 people are now members, but who? How does this work? What is going on? And we need some messages. We need to see if anybody got this special. You will have a special symbol next to your name. Do we have anyone? No? Wait, did I just give memberships to myself that don't do anything? Huh. How does this work? Did I just spend money for no reason? Fuck. I do know that I spent the money. Shit. I guess I scammed myself. That is unfortunate. They have to allow. Wait, none of you had memberships allowed, and I just spent money on myself while losing money for no reason? Is that how this works? What is going on? Or do I now have 5 gift memberships I can just give out to people? How does this work? I don't know. What's going on, people? You just got the button we didn't know. Yeah, I get how we can also just spend money for no reason. Isn't even there. Try reloading the page. There should be a join button, so it now should say join or subscribe. So if you refresh the page, because we legit activated it this stream. Oh, we have our first member, ZZ. Hey, ZZ, welcome to the vessels. Show us those emotes. Flex those emotes. You are the first one, the firstborn. Flex those emotes. What are we looking at? We only have 4 at the moment, but I like them. Are they now going to get randomly given out? Or where are my 5 memberships, man? Are they in the void? Damn. Hey, we got the tears. We got the guy. Oh, but they are not animated. Am I German? Yes. Can you make animated emotes on YouTube? Did I just make animated emotes for no reason? Damn. That is... they are meant to do something, right? You're not the chosen ones? Damn it. Should we? Okay, I need to figure out what is going on. I put on a quick track for you. And while I do that, let's Google. Let's figure out what happens if you buy a membership for yourself on YouTube. Like, I need to know where my money went, you know? I wanted to do y'all a favor, but I just screwed myself over for no reason. That is kind of... Yep, it is in fact Google time. So let's put on a Silver and Blood, because if we have the game not open, we don't get the beautiful music. So let's put on a track. And let's find out together. Alright, let's find out together, just so you know I'm not telling you any lies, right? We don't lie over here. We only speak the truth. So, okay. What do you... what happens if you buy YouTube memberships for your own channel? Question mark. Someone probably asked themselves that. Generally, oh shit. Oh fuck. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That is not good. Fuck. That is, oops. Uh-oh. That is not great. Don't they do that at over on Twitch all the time? What is going on? Fuck me. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh no. Uh-oh. We're about to get banned. No. We just made this channel, man. No. That would be so horrific. I didn't know. I'm innocent. I didn't know that was illegal. What the fuck? I didn't know I was doing something wrong. Yeah, I mean, I didn't buy them. I did gift them. But to who? To who did we gift these memberships? To the Void. We gifted them to the YouTube crew that is going to review our footage, and they're going to be like, yeah, nah, he a crooked one. He did that on purpose. He a crooked one. Let's make sure we ban him. Dude, what the fuck? That is, yeah. Okay, maybe I should refrain from randomly buying stuff. Yeah. Yeah, he did gift some memberships. Okay. Maybe they have something more important to do. Okay, so just in case, people, as much as I would like to give out memberships so we can test these perks and see what they do, for me personally, for the moment, until I know more, I don't like that Google search. Right? If the Google search tells you did something that was very bad, you shouldn't do it again. So let's just pretend. No, I'm not gonna refund it. I'm just gonna leave it be, right? Because if I refund it, they have to review it. And if they review it, we're just gonna pretend we just burned some money, alright? We're just gonna pretend nothing happened. Can I ask for advice? Yeah, that's what the stream is for. Ask away. You have all the time until we get the banner in 38 minutes. Is DALCARLO worth to grab? I would say so, yeah. They did change her kit significantly. And she's probably worth at least picking up one copy. And also, you can just decide that after your free pulls, right? You're gonna get 50 free pulls. You're probably going to walk away with the DALCARLO anyway. So, might as well, right? Yeah, it's fine, guys, as long as no one from YouTube found out. Yeah, just shh. Keep it on the low. Did you see that? We already lost a subscriber. No. They're stealing our subs. We've violated YouTube's terms of service. We are now bound for termination. Hey, Ibodeva, welcome to the membership-aroonies. Now let me actually check. I could have sworn those were animate. Like, okay, let's use Google again. But are YouTube membership emojis animated? Huh? Yes, can be animated. Fuck. So I just uploaded them wrong. Oh no. Hey, do you know if Lamine, Noah, Tiabella, Acapella, and Steroid Aeona is a good team? So, okay, we have AoE damage, we have a tank, we have a... Yeah, fantastic team. Fantastic team. What tier is DALCARLO? We'll figure out. We'll figure it out once we actually get to DALCARLO. We're going to summon for her. We're going to get a couple copies for her. Minimum 3. That's the goal, if we can. Need more funny stickers? Yeah, we can only do 4 at the moment. So... Let me actually check my... So on YouTube there's a purchase and memberships tab. Yeah, I bought 5 memberships, but for who? For who did I buy 5 memberships? I don't know. But yeah, okay, that is frustrating. Why is it PNGs? Why is it not full animated memberships? Badges and emojis. Upload my own. GIF PNG. I mean, it is a GIF. I uploaded it as a GIF, GIF, whatever the fuck you wanna call it. Can one of our 2 members try sending just one to see if it moves? Like, try sending just one rather than multiple. Is Lami the best DPS right now? Yes, I would say so. By the way, Bella Transcendent Army good for my Noah team? Bella rather than Transcendent Amy, because you can hear the summons of Noah. And outside of that, why people think that DALCARLO is bad? Because you aren't really used to seeing 2 top tier heroes back to back. It shouldn't really happen, right? So we still have to determine if she's good or bad, right? Her kid at least doesn't read like it's super crazy. T. Amy sucks. that's a, it depends, right? She's really good for arena, and you do need some more tanks to climb. Your main team is VH, Thebold, Starlight, Iona, Capella, Friedrich. So who I need to replace and with whom? Friedrich with Bella. And Thebold with Lamia. Or VH with Lamia. So you just got your 300 summon and get to choose an SSR. You already got Acapella, Lamia, Van Helsing, Amy, Starry-Eyed, Iona, Cecia. Cecia. You should pick a Cecia. You don't have a Cecia yet. Hey Marcus, thank you so much. Welcome to the Ancestor vessels. You are now part of the, you cannot quite see it, but it is the Bloodborne faction. Yeah. Yeah, the kids male? Ah, arena. It's just arena. Nothing scary. Okay, almost only half an hour left to go. Ooh, it's getting interesting. Your second account has a transcendent. Is Lemine good? Yes, I would say so. Revised guide on Night of the Hunt since all modes are open. I'll do it on Sunday. I'll do it on Sunday to make sure that you can all push for the last day. So we'll be spending the whole Saturday together, trying to improve our scores. Currently we are rank 3, rank 8, rank 2, rank 2, 3, 8, 2, 2, 3. So we try to improve those. You dropped AFK Journey to play this game. I appreciate that. Is it okay on day 8 and you didn't get any transcendent character? Yeah, you're fine. You can definitely play without, and you can always pull more transcendents. I mean, look at us. We got one. We got one transcendent. So no need to feel down. DALCARLO will be insane? Yeah, it depends. You already have CC. Who? Wait, hold up. Who told you CC has B+ tier? My guy has been watching the wrong tier list. Who told you CC has B+ tier? I think you have watched the wrong tier list, my guy. Should we take a look at an actual tier list? Should we take a look at an actual tier list together and see? Oh, we can also try to make a prediction on where she's gonna land, right? We can actually try to make a prediction on where DALCARLO is going to land. All of you have most likely seen the kit, right? All of you have most likely seen the kit. But, okay, let's go into presentation mode. Let's swap over here. What is this? It's whatever. Okay. This is what a Silver and Blood tier list looks like. Alright? So, tier list, my bad. This is what a tier list looks like. Huh? So, if you're wondering if CC is in B tier, hell no. You know what? We could actually make a bit of an update. I would say we can elevate Mass to B tier, maybe even A tier, because she's actually useful. So yeah, we can at least take her out of C. What about? Okay, let's actually go into presentation mode, so we don't have as many ads. Okay, so Mass, we can justify it by saying in Night of the Hunt she can do something, right? Mass, we can say, okay, Night of the Hunt, it makes sense, she can do stuff. Though for the rest here, maybe we could also try to order them by power level, but that gets really hard. Okay, can you explain why Seth is more better than Iona? It's just raw rarity at the moment. At the moment, it is the fact that Seth is so much harder to get, and also on top of that, there will be a time. There will be a time when you either get a bunch of debuffs that are annoying, or when there's a heal block / HP recovery reduction, and then Seth is goated. And even then, Seth has the highest healing output out of any hero. Hey Alexander, thank you so much for becoming a member. Thank you so much. I'll try to figure out how we can actually get it going with animated emotes, because those are hella fun. Ancestor Selector, save it for the moment. Save it for the moment and then see how it goes. Okay, people, you see us all here in chat? Let's start the poll. What do you think DALCARLO tier prediction? Let's see what the majority of you think. So we have S plus. We have S. Oh, that's not a plus. S plus, S. Look at this infinity. Isn't that great? And then we have A. And then we have B. I heavily doubt any of you would wanted to vote anything below B anyway. So let's see. Let's see what y'all think on the chances of DALCARLO actually being good. Okay, let's make sure we don't play anything copyrighted. So if you're wondering what we're currently playing, we're just rocking the Silver and Blood original soundtrack tier list, right? So that's why you obviously probably heard this before, huh? Good idea to pick Seth on 450. Too early to tell. Too early to tell. What's the best things to get from the skill up chests? Which ones? You mean the ones you get when you get an achievement? I think for like your first two, you can go with the purple ones. For your second, third, and fourth, you can go for the golden ones. And then for your like seventh and onward, you can probably go for the red ones. Hope you can get to Amy so we can play this properly. We need a T Hearty though. Like, we need a T Hearty. If we can pull a T Hearty today, we can see if she's really goated together with DALCARLO. Hey, Alexander, thank you so much. Can you make a team with only tanks, warriors, and assassins? Yes, you can. It is just going to die quite fast. So try to include a healer or two, preferably. Can you place the ancestors in other cases, please? Okay. Let's imagine no ancestor tier. Let's see. If there's no ancestor tier, how would we rate them at the moment? If there was no ancestor tier, alright? This is probably what it would look like if there was no ancestor tier. Some might argue T Amy goes down, but keep in mind, you cannot solve everything in this game with just one tank. You cannot solve everything with just one tank. I don't know why, but I really like Hearty gameplay so much. Oh, she is sweet. She is beautiful. Bella Main, welcome to the club, Bella Main. So this is pretty much what it would currently look like if there wasn't an ancestor tier. But you kinda see how this is a bit pointless, because every ancestor has a place where they're amazing. And even if you don't think so, Time 1 Mausoleum, Lemine Cooks, the Spirit of Aeon boss, the Spirit of Aeon boss stage, Lemine is amazing. Like, just because Lemine might not land in every single team doesn't make her an S tier hero. Like, Lemine is miles beyond the Theobald. You would argue Ayagaris is S? Don't forget the PvP aspect. Fighting against an Ayagaris in PvP is nasty, nasty. Alright, let's see. What did y'all say? What are we currently looking at? Predictions are S tier. Okay, 53% of you. Alright, then let's for now put DALCARLO in S tier and see how it develops, right? Ayagaris so hard to use, always die first. He wants to die. He wants to die once. You want to kill him off early and then use the 50% damage increase to find more success later. What about Seth and Acapella ends as Aeon in the same team? Super tanky. You know what? It might actually work, but then you have to leave out the tank and still run 2 DPS, because if you only morph is like silence, right? Pretty much, yeah. You're still confused with the team compositions for DALCARLO. Honestly, she would probably fit every team because she has single target aspects, she has AoE aspects, she has and she also has a debuff. She has a debuff that nobody else has. Having a debuff that nobody else has means no matter in which team you place her, she's going to be able to successfully do something. So what I'm talking about is the increased damage taken debuff. She has 15% increased damage taken debuff starting from the 3rd ult. So you will be, and also it looks like, we'll have to check, it looks like this one has infinite duration. So as soon as you get to your 3rd ult, you're going to have infinitely high uptime, infinitely Is she a full moon? No, she's a half moon. So she's the same as a cappella. And also, I heard a lot of questions. Should you run a cappella and DALCARLO together? Absolutely. Like, why shouldn't you? Just because a cappella and DALCARLO are both enchanters, one of them is a buffer and the other is a debuffer. Buff and debuffs do work together. A cappella gives you the damage increase and the crit rate, and DALCARLO, she gives you the increased damage taken. So just because you have a DALCARLO doesn't mean you should skip out on a cappella or the other way around. Annoying thing is you can't delete, switch or log out of account? Wait, why couldn't you? You should be able to do that. When she's releasing, what type of pulse does it require? That is why we go back into the game. "23 minutes. 23 minutes and every single one of us is going to get a free 10 pull. For nothing. For nothing at all. Of course she has less damage because she put debuff. She can't do the same damage as pure DPS like Van Helsing. We'll have to see. She sounds like she does a whole bunch. Should you try for one copy even if you're on chapter 12? Do your free summons. Like, honestly, for all of you, why not wait the 5 days? If you're confused, if you need a cappella, if you need DALCARLO, give me and everybody else time to spend the currency for you, to test her out, to see what she does, right? To test her out, to see if she's worth it. You have 50 free summons. You might as well just get her naturally. This is EU/US. The SIA servers already have the event, but for us, everybody that's 10,000 or 15,000, we are only going to get her in 22 minutes. You don't really see a scenario where you get to use your ultimate 3 times on the same mob. There you go. Night of the Hunt event 1. Night of the Hunt event 1. Pretty much. And also it doesn't have to be 3 times on the same guy. It could be once on these, once on the others, and then for the 3rd time on your actual target. Yes, US still doesn't have DALCARLO. We get them all at the same time. You got an Garrus and you put a sad face? Emiliano, you're walking a tight rope. You're walking a tight rope, gentlemen. You pulled a Transcendent and you're complaining. Be careful. Be careful. The game might strike you with full pity. I would accept it. The free tempo expired daily is what I heard? Yes. Look and voice are perfect as plus tier A. Nobody appreciate that. Garrus is insane for PvP. Don't be sad. Yes, absolutely. What do you do when you're stuck at everything? You wait 20 minutes. You wait 20 minutes. Wanna know the reason why? Because we're getting this event again. Just a different one. It's going to be the same thematic. You're going to have basic. You're going to have the basic trials where you get all these coins, where you get all these rewards. You're going to have another trial stage where every day for 5 days you're going to be able to get a massive surge of rewards. You all remember how big the rewards were for the first clear. And you're also again going to get another shop. And in that shop you're again going to get a temple and you're going to get a normal temple. So at minimum every one of us is going to get 60 pulls for nothing. Why didn't you use my Ancestor? Because I don't know on who yet. I only have one Ancestor and I don't want to use it on someone to then get a copy of that Ancestor. No, the event starts in 20 hours. We'll get the 5-10 pulls in 20 minutes, not hours. 20 minutes. Sorry, 20 minutes. Oh, what is this? Uh-oh. This sounds wrong. This sounds like I'm about to get demonetized. Fuck me. No. Yep, no. We're not about to play some Chrono Arc. How did it escape the loop? How did we escape the loop? I'm not doing that. Let me see. You didn't get though? Well, we get it in 20 minutes. Time magic to make you longer? Yeah, I talked to the devs. I was like, yo devs, can you give me an hour longer? Is Lemine a good unit? Absolutely. She's amazing. Like, especially for everything up until campaign 9, you can just one-shot it with the Lamine. you can just one-shot it. T. Amy and Bella together are crazy as a tank team. Yeah, I mean, it's the 2 tankiest girls in the game. You want to be the chosen one. Yeah, everybody wants to be the chosen one. You got a DALCARLO on the free 10 pull? That is crazy. As Iona better than Seth for general content? No. Seth, Starry-Eyed Iona only has the advantage when it's useful to move. You're 36 in on Lamia banner after not hitting Lamia. Should you finish the Lamia/Ancestor or switch to DALCARLO? That's what you have to decide for yourself. Do you take the risk on the 10 pull to get someone, or should you save the coming summons for the new hero or pull all immediately? If you can wait, wait. If you cannot wait, just summon. This team good? T. Amy, Yggdrasil, Gilrain, Darcias, Tihati. You're lacking a healer. So take out either Gilrain or Darcias for a healer. You played as Iona plus Bella plus T. Amy, and I basically never ever died until the deficit got crazy enough to one-shot. Yep. DALCARLO, but should we focus on her or Lamia? Already have 2 Lamias. For now, I would say Lamia. And I think it is very, very, very unlikely for DALCARLO to be stronger than Lamia. She can be on par. She can be as strong, but there's no way she's stronger. Like, no way. You got a DALCARLO in 1 multi? Jeez. You pull 2 SSRs, one after the other on the Lamia banner, but no Lamia. Is it not guaranteed? No, that's because it was your very first one. If you read the details and if you read the fine print, you'll figure out that it says right here, if you start off with an Ancestor and then a normal unit, then the unit after that is again guaranteed to be an Ancestor or the normal one. Should you reroll your account, you get a Transcendent Hearty? Hell no. Keep the account. Any Transcendent is worth making your account a keeper. The only stage so far that gives me any trouble is EX18 in Chapter 8. Use a moving unit. You should type how to give membership to subscriber. I can't do that. I don't want to do that. Google says it's big, bad. Don't do that. They ban you. It like fucks up their statistics or something. So I'm not gonna take the risk. The only problem I have with this game is that skill reset. We need that as a functional event. Very true. But I also think that the devs are going to realize that. They do have a Discord, they do have a complaints section, so I'm pretty sure we're going to get that as a permanent feature maybe in a month's time, maybe even earlier. I do think the devs understand that that is something a lot of people are asking for. She's coming in 60 minutes? Hell yeah. And not just herself, even a new event. You're only missing Seth? Oh, that's fire. That's really good. If you're building a Tihati, is it worth pulling for Lamia or just invest in DALCARLO? Is there a need for 2 types of teams? Yes, there's definitely a need for 2 types of teams. There's even a need for 3 types of teams. Once you hit chapter 12.3, you need to build 3 different teams. So at minimum, you need 15 characters, which includes 3 healers, 3 tanks, and then whatever else you need, right? At least we can test other units. You can't test if characters have different skill levels. Yeah. We do need it back. Very true. Also, the faction team tower. Very true. Like, look at this.
My forte.
You cannot clear every one of those with the same team.
Things like pulling out.
Yeah? You think you have to like permit gifted subs and then it works? I don't know. YouTube will probably send me a message and be like, hey yo, you bought something, you didn't use it. Are you stupid? As a free-to-play, is it better to save pulls for future Ancestor characters? See, this is the issue. We don't even know if they exist. Right? 3 stages a day is BS. It helps keep the game healthy. Because there is a finite amount of stages. Look at it like this. There is an end to this tower. Right? There is an end to this tower. And if you were to finish all of that in like 2 days, yeah. And also most of the time, especially when you get to the higher stages, trust me, you're not going to be able to clear 3 stages a day. That's just not going to be a thing. Wait, you gifted 5? Holy, Marcus, what? Did they work? Did they work? Did we actually get them to work? Oh. Hey, Elizabeth! Elizabeth is a member! And I don't think it was Elizabeth herself, right? Who actually got a membership? Who actually got a membership gifted right now? Let's see. Can we somehow check who that went to? Let's see. It is indeed W's. Yeah, indeed. Big W. Huge W. What? Should we Google if I need to, like, enable something? Okay. Do you need to enable membership gifting for your channel? Question mark. Fuck. I hope I have it active. Because there's no way I'm the reason this is not working, right? Okay, we'll have that ready. Let's see. Membership settings, resources, permissions. No. Where do I do that? Why enable? Here's how and why. No, I think it's enabled, right? Ensure that the chat has enabled a prerequisite within their channel settings. This can be done during live streams or premieres. We have a live stream. So am I just screwing us for no reason? Where can I, okay, settings, media, overlay for breaks. Huh. Can't I just get a good answer from Google? Why don't they just tell me click there, do this, be fine, right? What is this? Opt-in for giving. Need to enable. Can be done. Viewers who want to receive memberships need to opt into the feature within their YouTube settings. Creators can share their unique opt-in URL. Do we have to watch a tutorial? Do we have to watch a tutorial on how to enable this? Better ask ChatGPT. SAB contest. That code is already decently old, you could say. Let's see. Settings. Advanced. Feature eligibility. Permissions? How does this... Man, why is this so complicated, ladies and gentlemen? I just want to allow memberships to work. How? What am I doing? I'm sorry. What am I doing here? Why does this not work? Or does it work? Pain. Why did I delete the DALCARLO vid? I did not. Or did I? No, I did not. It should be still open. It should be still up. Let me check. Why would I delete a random video? Content. No, it's still there. Still there. Didn't delete it. Yep, 10 minutes. I'll figure it out. So how does DALCARLO work? Her damage is not impressive. Her debuff duration is too short for full cycle. How to use her properly? Home stream picture, I guess. Are you sure? Do you have the duration? How to get gold efficiently? don't spend it. Like, the best way to get gold is to not spend as much gold. If you don't spend as much gold on an observatory, if you don't spend as much gold on upgrading every gear piece rather than, for example, just the helmet, just the amulet, if you're more careful with your gold, you naturally have more. Like, for example, we didn't buy any gold or anything, and we are sitting on a decently comfortable 1.3 million. Just summon now? Yeah. I figured all out. I'll do it all later. I'll do my research. 8 minutes. Jinzu. 8 minutes and 50 seconds for the free temple. So you pull Max Spirit Siphon DALCARLO, we go for at least 3 copies. That's the plan. The plan is to get 4 copies of DALCARLO. We won't awaken her right away. We'll keep these copies in the storage right here. Right, that's the plan. We keep them in the storage. And then we'll test out at A0, A1, A2, A3. See if anything crazy changes. What should you level up on Ritual Chamber? Ritual Chamber. Everything. It doesn't cost you anything. Just level up everything. Just bring it all up. It's free account power. It doesn't cost you gold. It doesn't cost you any currency. You cannot do anything else with these tokens. So everything. Just up it up. How do people say that they got DALCARLO? Because they're on the SIA servers. Southeast Asia got access to DALCARLO 11 hours early. What is the Starry Wilderness for? It unlocks every Monday. So, if you started playing after Monday and had the Starry Wilderness feature, you won't be able to access it. But for you, starting from next Monday, you will be able to use the candles. Wait, you have 3 keys? I mean, with the keys, you should be able to unlock these different story instances. And then you get like these stories and be able to read them with the candles. Awakening is it for all characters? Yes, if they fit the description. So, Awakening is stats for everybody. Then heavy equipment, medium equipment, light equipment, only for those of that equipment. And then Ancestry, Church, Bloodborne, Kingdom, Otherworldly, only for characters that fit the description. Do we have banner visibility after DALCARLO? What does that mean, banner visibility? Yeah, you'll get those unlocked easily on Monday. No worries, you're not missing out on anything. You'll get them like everybody else. Should you do the event stages now? Wait for them to reset? They don't reset. We just get 2 events at the same time. Are there even otherworldly characters in the game at the moment? No, there are none. DALCARLO will replace Acapella? No. You will run both at the same time. Acapella, buffs. DALCARLO, debuff. They work together. There's no need to get rid of Acapella just to use a DALCARLO. Also, Acapella healing plus buffs. DALCARLO damage plus debuffs. I have to say it's scary how every system in this game feels like a copy. It's only in the best way, right? It is only a copy in the best way possible. Pretty much. Like for example, these shards right here. In Nike, those are random, right? It's either SSR or SR. Terrible. Terrible.
See anything you like?
Alright, we only have 5 minutes left.
Oh, please come again.
Okay, let's see who of you can predict who we're going to get out of our perfect shot. Let's do a perfect shot opening while we wait for the last 5 minutes. Even like how they copied the 4%. 4% is amazing. Alright, let's see. You get a personal, you or whoever multiple of you figured out will get a personal shout out as much as I can personalize it. Let's see who we find. Okay, that's a lot of masses, lol. Mass, Darcius, Kane, Nicole, Darcius, Harty, Mass, Bella. Can you do a tutorial for 12.8? Yes, I can make one later down the line. Kane, Cecia, Joanne. That's a lot of names. That's a lot of Joannes. Ressa even. Ressa, Joanne, Mass, Stereoid, Aona. That's a... Dude, we might not be able to keep up with all the messages. I'll try my best though to find you if you found it and got it correctly. Because it is... Augustine. Okay, do we have any Augustines? Cecia, Amy, Joan, Ressa, Jessa, Stereite, Bella, Amy, Spectral, Girain, M.S, Kane. Did we have anybody saying Augustine? I don't. Yes, someone said Augustine? Did we? Because I know that Yellow King said Augustine after we pulled him. So that doesn't count. Same is true for Mr. Death Skyper, obviously. But hey, we did get Mr. Pullboy. That is very true. Makes me wonder what he can pull. Huh? So I guess nobody said Augustine, right? You think it's Augustine? How did you know? How did you know? Is the Vestige of Love before the event will be lost on DALCARLO banner? No. So Vestiges of Love are the premium summons, right? They're called Vestiges of Love. These ones stay. You can just use them on the same banner. Is this team good? Lamia, Bella, Trans, Harty, Stereite, Aeona, DALCARLO? Swap out. You could swap out Lamia for Acapella if you want to try that. Oh, it's for the perfect right. You thought we were voting what SSR we get under the DALCARLO banner. What is the new code? Let's check Discord. Let's see if they have a new code actually going on. I didn't hear about it. But if there is a new code, we definitely all have to use it. Oh. Whoops. Can anybody confirm? CC or Trans know better in the summon team? Both. Both. Hey, thank you so much, Kaito. We are getting close. 2.5 minutes. 2.5 minutes before we summon. 2.5 minutes. At S and B. DALCARLO summon time. Alright, let's get ready. I'm going to put up the poll 30 seconds before. We're down to the last 2 minutes. They actually give a free 10 summon? Yes. I'm going to put the poll live. Refrain from voting on the poll until you've gotten your free temple, okay? Refrain from voting. Do not vote on this poll until the free pull starts, okay? I'm going to set it live around 10 seconds earlier. We want to get as big of an idea of who did you get from your free pull, okay? Do me this favor. Do not vote on the poll until the free pull goes out and you do your free pull yourself, alright? Promise me that. What the free 10 pull results? Right, free temple results. Number 1, you pulled a DALCARLO. Number 2, you pulled a normal SSR. And then result number 3 is going to be you pulled an Ancestor. And result number 4 is going to be you pulled a nothing. You pulled nothing, right? Okay, we are closing in on, how close are we? 50 seconds. 50 seconds. You see it. So on YouTube, when the last 10 seconds hit, I'll be putting up a poll. And on that poll, vote for your result of your temple. I want to get an idea of what you all got. Right? I want to get an idea of what you all got. So 30 seconds. Okay. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. Okay, poll goes live. Chat message goes live, hopefully. Text go. Boom, bam, boom. Okay. Are we in here? Okay, countdown is down, right? So let's close the game, open the game again. Let's close the game, open the game again. Why people vote? Happy New Year! Yay! Okay, let's see. Okay, let's get rid of the annoying pop-ups. Boom. Timer. Gone. Start. There we go. 300 gems. You see this switch button? This is how you switch the events. Okay, let's watch the event. Is there an event trailer? Ah, yeah, if we click on it. Okay, we'll do that later. Embrace. Daily 10 Hexarid. You see it right there, right? So, let's do our free daily 10 pull. And then we'll check the daily results. Let's see what you all got. Okay, let's get the subscribers out of the way because it's more important for us to actually pull something good. Okay. Whew. Free 10 pull. Oh boy. And you know what? I have a little secret for you. You sneaky people that know how to tell when a summon is SSR. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna disable the sound. I'm gonna disable the sound and I'm gonna play different music. Just so nobody of us knows what we get. Huh? Take that! No more early calling. Yeah, I see you. Huh? No more early calling. Okay, let's see. We do have an SSR though. Let's have a look.
Impress me, and I may consider allowing you.
What do we get?
So, I never lost my memory.
There's no way! There is no way! We got our second ever Transcendent from the Daily Temple! There is no way! We are on the up! We are on the up! Let's go! Holy shit! Holy shit! Let's go! Oh, that is amazing! Oh, 1 second, I get a call. Damn! So, some random call. He didn't tell me what he wanted in the first 5 seconds. I just put it on mute, put the phone into airplane mode, and we just quit out of there. I don't care enough. We actually got something useful. How? How did it happen? Finally! Finally! Okay, how are your true... wait, we have 37% of you getting a DALCARLO from the free poll? 37% of 240 people just got a DALCARLO from their free poll? Let's do the math on that. That is over 80 people that just got a DALCARLO from the free 10 pull. That is disgusting. And we even have 17% ancestors. We're looking at over almost 50 people that got a ancestor from a free 10 pull. There's just no way. That is crazy business. Holy. You got nothing though, Lord. It can all turn around. It can all turn around in a blink. Damn. Alright, let's keep the free tempo result tab up. Let's keep the tab up. Alright. Okay. No, we don't keep it up. We don't keep it up. The reason why we don't is we accept the results. Those are amazing results. I am very, very happy with that. Now, how many summons for 4 DALCARLOs. You know what I mean, DALCARLOs. Okay, is it 40? Well, let's stay a little bit on the low. 40, 80, 120, 160. Let's do it in 6-ish increments, right? How many summons do y'all believe we are going to take to get our 4 DALCARLOs to properly do some testing, right? How many summons is it going to take us? What do you think? What do y'all think? How many is it actually going to cost us? This account is not free to play? Not quite, not quite. We have to make sure that DALCARLO is actually any good. So it's a bit harder to do if you don't quite have the... Right? Because we did summon quite a lot for... yeah. So yes, I know, we're prepared, right? If we need to go to pity, I go to pity, right? There's no way we're stopping before we got 4 DALCARLOs. Okay? There's that. There's no way we're stopping before we got 4 DALCARLOs. Right? Okay. I told you. Ladies and gentlemen, I told you. We are going to disable the voice. No, the music. We're going to disable the music. I don't do it because I hate the music. I do it because it ruins the experience. And you want to know why? That is because you can tell when you get an SSR. But we're not going to be able to tell. Nobody's going to be able to tell. Nobody's going to know. You won't. I won't. I can do my hammer animation in peace. And everybody's happy. Right? So, let's put that on. Give me a second. No music, no SSR. Not anymore. Not anymore. We have music all the time. Let's confuse some people. Alright. First 10 pull. No tells. No calls. No nothing. Come on, one more time. Booyah, and nobody knew. Nobody knew. This is a back-to-back SS fucking R. It's no SSR? No? 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 You don't think so? I think so. I think so. Ooh. Let's see if we can start the... Oh! Instant! Okay, Celine. We are in Hyper Pity. Let's call it Hyper Pity. We are in Hyper Pity. Let's see how this goes. Can we get another one? Also, Selena is new. Selena is new. Okay. Let's do another one. Ouchie. I guess we have to calm down a bit, huh? We're flying too high, too close to the sun. We didn't even do the hammer taps. What are we doing? Hey, come on, one more time. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There we go. It is another SSR. It is either an Ancestor or DALCARLO. Ooh. Ooh. Can we get our first copy? Can we get our first copy? Ah, any second now. There we go. One DALCARLO secured. It only took us $50 summons, right? Do we count the free 10 pull? No, we don't count the free 10 pull. 40 summons, 1 DALCARLO. 40 summons, 1 DALCARLO. 50. Ah, shit! It's again the wrong one. Yeah, we don't do that. We only do hammers here. We only do hammers. Normal doesn't bring us any luck. 10 if we don't count the free 10 pull. Shh. Okay. Pull number 60. I told you, hammers are the way. Come on. Hammer time, indeed. Come on, give us another one. Up. That is 2 in 60.
I will provide support from the back.
All right. All right. That's DALCARLO number 2. We now need 2 more. 2 more at minimum. This is pull 70. No! Man! I need to stop doing this. Okay, it worked. But I'm taking unnecessary risks. We have another SSR. Back to back. I don't know. I misclicked. I can't think straight. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we are once more approaching Super Pity. Let's see. We are either Ancestor or 1 DALCARLO away from copy number 3. He is indeed new. You are right. You are very much right. He is new. Okay, okay. Okay, people, we have to go into the shop. Unfortunately, we have to go into the shop. It hurts me terribly so, but we're out of resources. Yeah. Okay, we found some resources. It is back to get into the mines. Bing! Bang! Hammers didn't work. Hammers did not work. Not great, not great. Not a good start. But we are the next SSR away from a next chance. Okay, one more time. Bing! Bang! Come on! Let's go! It is either Ancestor or copy number 3. Ancestor or copy number 3. I'm ready. I am ready. T Hearty. We still need a T Hearty. If we can get a T Hearty, that will be sweet. Alright, let's see. Jones, Catherine, Jones, bunch of Jones.
Who do you see standing before you?
One more.
The magician.
I need a number. Did anybody keep track? How many pulls are we in? Is it 80? Is it 90? Is it 100? I need your help. Who kept track on how many summons are we? How many summons did we use? 100? I can't remember. 80, you think? Is this 80? Yeah? Is it? I don't know. I lost count. 70? 90? Huh. Check. 100? Okay. Huh. We'll check after. Can we get one more? No, we cannot. Let's check. We have 3 DALCARLOs in. This doesn't count. So the Noah was our free 80 summons. Because the Noah is our free pull. This is the free pull. We're not gonna count it for now, alright? So 80. We went Selena, nothing DALCARLO, nothing DALCARLO. Gilrain, nothing DALCARLO. Okay, 80. We are currently at 80 pulls. One more. Not meant to be. This is 90. Yep, this is 90. Okay, okay. This makes it 100. Damn it. Okay. 20 pulls, nothing. Happens, happens. I think we're kind of like normalizing our luck again. Fuck. 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 Uh-oh. 30 summons nothing, that's troublesome. I don't like it. 40? Can we get out of it? Please? Come on, come on. There we go. It is either, it's a 50-50. 50-50 and we end it here. 50-50 and we end it. Ooh. 50-50 and we can end it. Let's see. How many DALCARLOs are we planning to get? For the moment it's 4. Which is the last one right here. Huh? Huh? Did the game just crash? Really now? The game just crashed on us? Fuck me, man. Was it a DALCARLO? I don't know. Yeah, the game just crashed. The game legit just crashed mid-multiple. It is not responding. We did too many summons. Yeah, damn, that's one way to ruin the surprise. Okay, let me know. Do ya think we got a DALCARLO or we didn't? You have two options. Either type DALCAR don't or DALCAR did. Alright? DALCAR did or DALCAR don't, depending on if you think this was a DALCARLO. Because we'll know, we just have to open the game. Cheater detected, so it crashed. DALCAR did? Okay, DALCAR did. DALCAR don't. A lot of dids. Okay. Let's stop the music. Let's open the game. Let's go into embraces. DALCAR did a pretty little bit of anticlimactic, but it is in fact number 4. You got 3 of her on your first multiple. My man, that is pretty good. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have finished our main task. We pulled 3 DALCARLOs and it only took us 120. Was it exactly 120? Really now? Embrace, view details, if you don't count the multiple, right? If you don't count the free multi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. Okay, in 12 pulls we got Celine, DALCARLO, Spectral Gilrain, DALCARLO, and DALCARLO. We pulled 6 SSRs, 4 of them were DALCARLO, 2 of them were not a DALCARLO. We have the proof right here. 3 DALCARLO spirits. Interesting. Okay, DALCARLO secured. Now comes the fun part. Is she actually any good, or did we just waste a whole bunch of casharoonie? Right? Did we just waste a whole bunch of casharoonie? That's what we gotta figure out. Genshit could never have these rates. True and real. Brother, preach. What the heck is this game? It is beautiful, it is fantastic, and it is a whole bunch of fun. Yep, we did also get our second ever Transcendent. And we didn't even have to pay for it. We just got him for free. Huh? Isn't that something? We're kind of running out of space. But we also didn't pull anything else, so we're good. Alright, let's see. To be honest, Genshin, the couple of those awakenings, if you get a character multiple times, they're quite nasty. Okay, level 120 DALCARLO. We're going to keep her at 0 awakenings for now. And we're also not going to give her our most broken set. Okay? We're going to give her our... Still really fucking good, but not full on tier 7 gear set, alright? Skill ups. Let's not do any skill ups for now. And what better way to start off a character than in Time 1 Mausoleum? So, Time 1 Mausoleum level 56 to level 60. Let's check out DALCARLO and see what she's all about.
This is quite interesting.
Yeah, we didn't have to go to pity. Very surprising. Very surprising, in fact. So, Bella and a DALCARLO. No, that's a Cecia. I'm sorry, DALCARLO. I didn't do that on purpose. I know y'all wanted, for the very first... For this fight, we're going to go full on. Skill animations, always play. Okay. Oh, look at her. Damn. This character model is pretty sweet. Like this dress, the way it flows, that is pretty good. That is pretty good. Did you give any art? Oh. Very valid point. We do have the perfect one. Okay. Who can name me the perfect artifact for DALCARLO? Hit me with it. What is, in your opinion, the perfect artifact for DALCARLO? Come on. Let's make it a pop quiz. Let's make it a pop quiz. Give me the name. What do y'all think is the perfect artifact for DALCARLO? We need to make it a voting, right? Otherwise I won't be able to read all the names. Yeah, okay, we have to make it a voting. Let's see how many of you can guess it, okay? So, what is DALCARLO's best artifact? What is DALCARLO's best artifact? Option number 1, Philosophers. Option number 2, Silver Shadow. Option number 3, the Eye of Truth. And option number 4, Poseidon's. Let's see how many of you can actually accurately tell me which one is the best. The poll is live now. Let's see who has the game knowledge to successfully deal with her. Oh my. Are y'all working together? Are y'all cooperating? Is this an instance of cheating? Okay, we see it dropping. Interesting. DALCARLO does a that is a very valid reason. So, for all of you Eye of Truth believers, obviously DALCARLO uses a basic attack, which means it has to be good, right? Like, it's a basic attack, it boosts basic attacks, so it has to be the basic attack one, right? Yeah, Eye of Truth for sure. We already studied her, you already know. You're right. 60% of you actually know the answer. DALCARLO's best in slot is Poseidon's Skull. And that is because Poseidon's Skull does 10% increased damage to enemies under debuff or control effects. Not only do you have 3 debuffs total in her talent, in Morph, damage down and damage taken up, no, you also have continuous damage dealt in the special. And with that, Poseidon's Skull is in fact DALCARLO's best artifact. Alrighty, let's test her actually out. Let's go into the Time 1 Mausoleum, see what she's all about. We do have skills enabled, so yeah, hold tight, sit tight, be careful you don't get swept away. There's gonna be a lot of fluids exchanged in this following fight, so yeah, make sure you're properly seated. Which just remind me, we have to get... Do we have to give Lamine some gear? 5-9? We probably have to give Lamine some gear. Shit. speed. I'm delaying for no reason because I'm not doing my job properly. Oh, she has gear. Huh. What you see about that? Let's hope we can get DALCARLO's exclusive. I'm very interested in what it does in the Time Worn Mausoleum. Because this could be the make or break on if DALCARLO is a top tier or just a average tier character. So let's put our Ressa over. Let's have her in. Let's actually put in a Friedrich, just so we don't lose through block, because that would be kind of depressing. Okay, DALCARLO time. Let's make sure we get her right here as our ultimates. Okay, in we go. 1-time speed. Very first time using DALCARLO's ultimate. Let's check it out. Oh, this is. Look at this range. Like you can defend both sides easily. Damn, this is everything. Yep. You're eating good. You are eating well with the DALCARLO. Alright, so we have this area, and when they get transformed, do they turn into cards? Is that what they do? And also look at the uptime. Look at the uptime of the divination field. Have you seen that uptime? That is really long. That is really, really long. Okay, let's give ourselves some more range. A/double-ST. Yeah, do we have to get a new tier for her? I doubt it. We'll have to see. And this was also only ult 1. Now this is ult 2. Ult 2 is even more powerful than ult 1. Look at it as it's even bigger. That's the secret behind how our ultimate gets stronger. Yeah, trust me, I know. Okay, let's actually play this properly. I don't want to lose. Bing, bang, boom. Okay. So, interesting. You got an Ancestor guys instead of DALCARLO? Dude, that is no reason to complain. Are we going to update the tier list for each role? We can, if you want me to rank every character based on role, sure, I can do that. They do know how to say characters. And they are quite proficient. Alright. Third ultimate. Let's have a look at the destruction. She's crushing them with her assets, with her pure gravity. Look at all these cards. Holy. There was so many visual effects. We don't even know what's happening. Yeah, I don't even know what's going on. S tier. Yep. Triple S tier. Did we get Delaware? Yes, we acquired Delaware successfully. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, this is A0. This is A0 Delaware, right? This is A0 DALCARLO. We haven't invested any skill ups into her. And this is the highest level we can currently do. Look at this area of effect. Look at it. They get turned into tarot cards. That shit is hilarious. But yeah, also, we always have to factor in the ult animation, right? It is part of her kit. It has to be rated, right? The ult animation, very important, very important. Let's see if we can get to it one more time. You get a DALCARLO from your free daily? That is amazing. Does the debuff last forever? We'll test that. But for now, we just have to get through the stage first. We have to see if the debuff lasts forever. I think we were gonna try Night of the Hunt. Next. So, we also need to see her exclusive. If not, we have to check the gallery. She's both. Like, based on stats, based on multipliers, she's kind of both. But probably a bit more in the direction of a debuffer. Okay, all damage taken down, all damage taken is up, and it stays. And then go. Okay, so it isn't infinite. It is not infinite. Interesting. So yeah, she's also a buffer. She does buff your mood. What do we rank her? We cannot make a judgment yet. We have her for like 5 seconds. Unfortunately, we are stuck in a current cycle of infinite ass ultimates. Is she worth summoning for? Use your free pulls first. Use your free pulls first, and after that you can make your own decision. But for now, we unfortunately cannot yet make a proper judgment because we're currently stuck in this game mode. All right, I think we saw enough, right? I think we saw enough. Otherwise, we won't be able to think straight, and we wouldn't be able to give her a proper judgment. So let's make sure we actually focus. Oh no. Losing here, that would be... yeah, that wouldn't be a great... Oh no, we're losing. Oh, we're probably gonna lose. It's fine, technically. If we end the run early, that is technically fine. What is going on with these shield guys? Yeah, we just don't get enough rotation to our ultimates. Interesting. So yeah, Friedrich is doing a whole bunch of nothing, I guess. His ultimate really is kind... Oh! Oh, there it is. Sealed Diviner's Tail. 40% damage bonus for DALCARLO. But what is the upgraded version? What does it do? Okay, we need a coral and we need pearls. Oh, it's also very small. That is interesting. We don't have corals, we don't have pearls. We lost. Nice. Is he good there? No. No. You kind of want like a fighter or something. So, okay. Let's check out the Diviner's Tail, see what it does. To see if maybe that... Okay, Diviner's Tail. Deals massive damage to targets marked by the divination by the ultimate. Non-elite enemies marked by divinations are transformed into her cats for an extended duration. Okay, so the transformation turns them into cats. Bonus-wise, you get damage bonus for DALCARLO, magic damage bonus for everybody, and attack speed. I think it's good, but it doesn't seem like anything too broken. Okay. What do we do next? Do we have Night of the Hunt open? We do. Okay. Let's try out the Night of the Hunt. The event gives a home screen for free. Yeah, and it also has a trailer. We have to watch that one, but we have also a lot of stuff to do. So, let's say we take out her and we put in DALCARLO. 0 copy DALCARLO. Let's give some gear to Van Helsing. Let's see how we do, right? Let's see how she does. We'll do all her ultimates, and we'll mostly focus on her damage at A0. Let's see what she can do if it's all about her damage, right? Obviously, Lamia has like the best gear, but we don't want to give it to her because she might overperform too much just by raw gear, right? She might just overperform just because of gear. Also, keep in mind, we don't have any skill ups. We don't have any skill ups on DALCARLO yet, neither in the ultimate nor in any basic attacks. Okay, so Night of the Hunt. Let's check out Night of the Hunt 1. Lamia's so trash in Mausoleum. You kinda need the exclusive. You kinda do need the exclusive, yeah. Okay, let's put her in. Team should be fine in concept. Let's see how we do. Okay, so we obviously started with a cappella. We get our moon build up. We get our blood moon and then we start... No, yeah, then we get a blood moon and then we start working on her. So we go in with a cappella, with Lamia. Is it still once per day or is it on full? Play once daily, okay. Okay, so this is ult number 1. Which makes this ultimate number 2. And then again... Another ult. Let's get a cappella out of the way. Get another DALCARLO ult in. And I guess finish it off with almost another Lamia. Okay, we again go into the Blood Moon. What is now better, DOT or Summon Team? I wish I knew. That's what we're here to find out, right? Because unfortunately we weren't able to like test that in advance. So we kinda have to see. But also, what this opens up for you with the double moon is it allows you to trigger the full moon without having to worry about having an acapella ready. Because you do have that additional moon. So let's jump in. Okay. Get another moon in. Get another ult. Really makes me wonder what her damage numbers are gonna look like. Really curious. It's probably gonna be Lamia for the most part because our Lamia is super high invested. Super high invested. Like our Lamia is cracked out of her mind and skull. Check the buffs, debuffs. Should be damage taken up and then the event buffs. Let's see. Okay, so we did use her ultimates and we were able to outdamage the Van Helsing, but this Van Helsing didn't use his ultimate. She did increase Lamia's damage though. Why are we neglecting Tinoa? We just got him today. Like, I didn't even have a chance to really comprehend. Right, we're currently just trying out DALCARLO, so we tried it out in a single target instance, and you can see we were able to do 1.6 million damage. Which is, especially for most of you, really considerable. How to ult faster? Sure, I can make a concept. I wanted to make a combat tip video for quite a while, but just as a reminder, this is a DALCARLO without any investment, right? She has neither ult upgrades, nor does she have any awakenings for the moment, right? So this was just a normal, and she was able to do... does DALCARLO's ult have a target cap? It probably does, but it doesn't tell you. You just put the photo on Discord with that free tempo and got Lemine and DALCARLO. Chee! Tinoa or T-Amy? Tinoa? Damn, okay. Let's see. Let's first collect our rewards so we can do a couple skill ups for the misses. Let's see, is that enough? No, 86. Do we have a couple skill up chests or something left, maybe? No, but we can work our way towards another hero. Okay, what is this? Skill ups. Yeah, perfect. Okay, 72. Nice. Let's get those out of the way. Can we upgrade someone to 121 so we can raise our level overall? No. Oh, 20. We're 20 away? There's no way. How are we 20 away? Yeah, okay, I guess we just do a sermon. Okay, yeah, sure. So now DALCARLO is 121 instead of 120. Does that make a major difference? I don't know. It did add around 200 BP. Wow. Okay, so skill ups. What would be skill up priority? Definitely the ultimate. So 2 skill ups into the ultimate, and definitely the special. Ooh, we could go special level 5. That's a bit too much, right? Who's better to run as a second DPS with Lamia, Tier Hardy or Tier Noah or Van? It depends on the stage. But okay, let's not upgrade her to level 5 because that costs a lot of investment. Okay, basic investment, same fight, same setup, same everything. We keep in mind 1.6 million. We keep in mind 1.6 million from earlier. We go 2 times speed. We do the same thing. The only thing we did was slightly raise her skill levels. And also, like, I guess... Yeah, no, we only raised the skill levels. Everything else here is pretty much irrelevant. Let's see how much that truly already influences her damage. Keep in mind, we're using Lamia during the Blood Moon, DALCARLO mostly outside of it to maximize damage. Okay, let's see. 1.6 million she had before. 1.8. 200,000 damage from a couple skill ups. Ultimate by 2 level. Basic attack and special by 3 levels. Right? Just purple materials. No crystals. And already 1.8 million. That is really, really respectable. And you've seen how cheap her ult was. And that we were able to cycle this through. Right? So that's a good look. And this was a single target fight. Okay, if instead of a single target fight we were to face an AoE one. Which of those is the best one to test AoE? The puppet one? She could do really well in the puppet one, right? But in most of them it's just Van Helsing dominating, right? Lamia did lower, that's why DALCARLO did more? Maybe. Debuff actually a decent team? I mean, she seems at least like... So basically, at minimum, she's already A tier, right? Anything below A tier would be a crime. Right? Anything below A tier would be a crime. But the real question is, why is there no duration on these debuffs? Is it still 6 seconds? We have to see. We actually have to count it. Yeah, this is pretty much a maxed out Lamia in disgusting gear, right? Keep that in mind. It is a... My Lamia... I mean, I'll show you, right? Our Lamia... take a look.
What? You don't look like much at all. Why in the world?
Yeah. Well, what's PR useful for, or is she useless? Mostly single target focused damage in a summoner comps featuring Bella, Transcendent, Noah, Cecia. Kind of like that. Yeah, 13 point something. You cannot quite reasonably compare someone, right? Should we raise Transcendent Noah against DALCARLO? Is it free to play? Should we keep pulling Lamia or stop and wait for meta units? I mean, Lamia... You want to go for 4 copies for Lamia probably, because Lamia is the meta. Lamia is the meta. Every single game mode that has been released, every single game mode we were able to play, every single game mode that currently exists, you can use a Lamia in. Okay, let's run them against each other. Just raw damage, we're going to use all ultimates equally. Transcendent Noah versus DALCARLO. We probably also have some skill up materials. So just so we can get an idea, because my Noah isn't heavily invested, right? So let's see how that goes. Night of the Hunt 1. Let's take out Van Helsing, take out Lamia, and it's just going to be the 2 of the... we do want the 3rd character just for the rage. We can put Ressa in there. Okay.
Release them from their torment.
So yeah, Noah's going to be our full moon, and DALCARLO, she's going to work the same. She does share the same role with Acapella, that's undeniable. So let's see. None of them are crazily upgraded. They have similar gear. Let's see how close it is between each other when it comes to single target damage. Trans Noah does have the advantage that we're entering into the Blood Moon with his ultimate. So that's something to keep in mind. We are entering into the Blood Moon with him. Okay, we're getting towards like 4 million. Let's see. We should pick on the Ancestor selector. Honestly, hold it for now. We did remove Lamia, right? Huh! I would say that's a pretty good result, right? And keep in mind, DALCARLO applies the damage taken up that Noah takes advantage of, right? Yes, there were no targets for Noah to kill. Yes, we know with the sacrifice. But Transcendent Noah is Transcendent Noah. If anybody has a better character you want us to face again, you already leveled her up, haven't you? No, she's A0. We didn't level up. She's A0. She's A0 and she has purple gear and a golden piece. Skill-wise, 4, 4, 3. Just clear the fast side event and purchase all the ancestry stuff and upgrade 7 levels on everything. Easy! We don't have a Tihati. Okay, give me a name. Give me a name. If I see a name multiple times, we'll run that name against DALCARLO. It just can't be Lamia, all right? Give me a name. Anything somewhat single target that we can run against her comparably. Give me a name. Preferably something we don't have as quiet of high awakening. Maybe like an assassin. An assassin would be good. Maybe Otavia, but no. Lemine would be AoE. We need something that's like single target, but not Lamia, okay? Triss, we do have a Triss. We could run a Triss. We do have a Triss. Y'all want to see Triss? Okay, Thibault is AoE. He would definitely lose. Thibault would definitely lose because he's AoE focused. Van Helsing, he would probably win, but it might be closer if we use his ultimate. Transcendent Hati, we don't have a Transcendent Hati yet, unfortunately. A pure DPS, Gilrain. Okay, someone said Gilrain. How do you feel about Gilrain? But he's another half moon. Gilrain is another half moon. Selina's not popular enough, I would say. Cicia's AoE rather than single target. Or at least someone close to single target. What about Augustine? Thibault is a she. I just probably made a mistake if I didn't say she. No. Not Augustine. Who else? Myself? It's gonna be difficult. I don't think I can manage that. How do I get into the game? Nicole? Do we have a Nicole? Nicole might be the only... Nicole is the only unit we're currently missing. Damn. Besides Pavana and Ancestors, right? Yeah, Augustine. Should we go with Augustine? Thibault is a she? Yes, she is a she. Okay, Augustine or Otavia? Augustine or Otavia? Otavia would be quite nice because Otavia is a full moon and Otavia also gives the magic damage taken up, so both of them are going to boost each other. Otavia or Augustine? Do both? True. What stops us from just running both? Yeah, we can just run all three. But Augustine again is another half moon. Okay, let's run Van Helsing, Otavia, DALCARLO. Okay? But they... Oh yeah, we should be able to do so. So Van Helsing gets the gear from Transcendent Noah.
Only by breaking free from the gravity of our past.
Okay, Van Helsing does have investment, right? You can see everything on 4. Okay, Van Helsing, DALCARLO, Otavia. Otavia gets the crit rate artifact.
They deserve and the good meet their end with grace. Nothing more.
Yeah, I think Otavia is a well picked pick. And we also have a pretty good set for Otavia. A really good set, actually. Too good. It's too good. Let's go with... Ooh, it's a too good set, probably. Do we have a Stereoid? Can we take hers? Okay, let's take it. Otavia has the advantage, okay? Otavia has a bit of an advantage. Let's keep that in mind. Otavia will have a bit of an advantage. Okay. Knight of the Hunt. Otavia, Van Helsing. Yeah, okay. Should be good. We are brand new Selena. Ooh, yeah, Selena wants to be in a comp with like Triss, you know? Okay, so Ressa out, Van Helsing in, Otavia in. Okay, Otavia, Van Helsing, a cappella, Friedrich. So we start off with an a cappella, then we use a Friedrich, then we use an Otavia, and then we swap over. Yeah, okay, okay. Let's see how this goes. So we have physical damage taken up, we have magical damage taken up. Okay, Otavia's buff might actually be kind of useless. But we can just make it look like it was already there, okay? Alright, Otavia gets her hit in, we get another hit in, and we rotate. But yeah, having double half moon is quite nice because you don't have to cheap out. You don't have to cheap out on acapellas, right? You can pretty much just go whenever she's ready. So that definitely opens up some possibilities. Okay, let's get the boosts in. Going to the full moon. Augustine. Yeah, the reason why we didn't pick Augustine is because we would have 3 half moons. So I just picked Van Helsing and Otavia, so we have 2 characters to kind of compare her to, right? Oh, but look at this, we're doing more than we did with the run with Noah. Keep in mind, Van Helsing isn't ulting, but it also wouldn't make sense for Van Helsing to ult. He would pretty much just lose his ability, and also our Van Helsing has like 4 awakenings total, so like 5 copies total. Okay, let's see how they did. Similar, pretty similar. So 31, 29, 29. Keep in mind, Otavia does have an additional awakening over DALCARLO. And Van Helsing, he did not ult, but he also wouldn't be good at using ult. What would be an ideal comp for Transcendent Amy? Any comp. She's pretty much the best tank in the game. She's a buffer, she's a debuffer. She gives damage down, increased damage taken. She can turn enemies into cats. And she does a damage over time debuff. Full summon comp with T Noah. Yeah, that's a dedicated one. DALCARLO wouldn't have a space in that one. Why Friedrich and not Bella? The cost. Bella doesn't do anything here, so the reason why we're running a Friedrich is so we can cycle faster through the new moons. The cheaper the new moon, the easier you can get into your next cycle. Otavia is an off tank and gives magic shred. Yeah, I know, but what I was talking about is look at what Otavia does. Otavia's ult, magic damage taken up moderate, right? Magic damage taken up moderate. And in Knight of the Hunt with our current buffs. With our current buffs in this fight, you are looking at already physical and magical damage taken up. So we would have to take a different buff. Like for example the full moon damage up minor to like really see the effect. How long does she debuff? We have to count. Okay, let's count. How long does DALCARLO actually debuff? Which means we go in, 1 time speed, we use her ultimate twice, so we get the first debuff. So these are the other debuffs from other units. She's obviously not going to transform it into someone, right? So for the first ultimate, nothing should change. Yep, first ultimate, nothing changes, right? Besides damage. We get the Otavia ult in. Okay, and now for the next one. Let's count. We use the ultimate. Here's the debuff. I guess not. Is it there? It was. No, wait. What? I'm confused. Is there a debuff? Is there no debuff? Damn it. Let's see. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 seconds. It's the full duration of her ultimate. Okay. So as long... Ah! That's why there's no duration on it. It's because it's based on positioning. If an enemy is positioned in DALCARLO's ultimate, in this circle, right? If you are positioned in the circle, you get the 10 seconds of whatever debuff currently is active. So all damage taken up and all damage down have a 10-second duration. So if you can every 10 seconds get her ultimate out, you have this at like permanent uptime. You pull a new one today? Yes. Yes, we haha, we got lucky with the free pull. Haha. So, okay, that is interesting. Is DALCARLO busted? No. Is she really good? Yes. Should we run them? Oh yeah, we do have him. Should we run her against Spectral Gilrain? This guy?
But it seems you have no intention of leaving.
But we're also running out of upgrade mats. Now, but I think we have a good idea of how good she is. She's definitely summon worthy. It was a nerf. It depends on how you look at it, I guess, because now it's... I don't know, maybe it was. But Spectral Gilrain sucks? Shut up. So what if you apply the debuff after the current debuff expired? It just applies again. The gear bosses trial are better for testing. Depends, because this guy, Armored Spirit, with AoE, yeah, we could just use her to destroy him, but we are also a bit over-leveled for it. Clive, we kind of need like a specific comp if we want to beat Clive properly. So, I don't know. Yeah, but these things are kind of straightforward, right? Like, these event buffs help everybody. The crit resist down major. We could take them out too. Yeah, you could say there's no meta. You could say so. Okay, let's watch the intro trailer to the event first, and then let's think about what we want to do next. Okay, maybe there's no intro trailer. Maybe there is. There's no. But it is a pretty soundtrack. Back in a second. Trent's army is better than Bella at magic damage tanking. You placed your old DPS with Van Helsing and he's way better? Yeah. Who to choose from the 150? Acapella. Acapella first, then Starry-Eyed Iona, then Van Helsing, and then Bella, in that order. She's a bae for sure? 100%, definitely.
From atop the tower, all I can see is destruction. A vision of the apocalypse.
Yeah, she's definitely good. Okay. How can we... we probably... Oh.
Called divinity.
Okay. Truth copy. We take those. We take those. Truth copy. Nice.
Do you have any?
You only have 2 copies of Lamia. Should I stop summoning for her and go for this new babe? Do your free summons first before you make any big decisions. Like, do your free summons first. The voice... Yeah, they actually spent money on casting proper voice actors. You can really listen to them. They have a very soothing voice for pretty much every single character.
From atop the tower, all I can see is destruction. A vision of the apocalypse.
Should we already upgrade her? Should we already upgrade her? Yeah, I think. Or do we keep her A0 for now? Does anybody still have a good idea of where you want to see her before we upgrade her? Remove the buffs? Okay. Sure, let's run the same thing we did before and let's remove the buffs. Why not? We could put in buffs that don't do shit. Let's see. So gain 5 blood souls does nothing. And lifesteal and attack speed is only minor. So alright, so this is basically nothing. You don't like her because her boobs are too huge? Valid, valid. Some only like her because of her boobs, right? What comp should you build with Transcendent Hearty? Get a DALCARLO. Transcendent Hearty, DALCARLO, Bella, Acapella, Stereoid, Aeona, or Seth, probably. Try with Darcias and Spectral Gearing. But for that we would have to change our slots around. Okay, let's try it one more time. She doesn't quite compete. Like, what you're going to notice is outside of tank ults, you really do notice when you are lacking that ultimate and you're pretty much just cycling through trying to get that next acapella. But if you have 2 of her, instead of, for example, 3 full moons, you can just use your acapella in peace, and you know that even if you use your acapella, you're going to be able to find another half moon to start the next full moon. So pretty much this exact scenario right here. We have now another half moon to then start the full moon. Who should you pick in the 450? Nobody. At least not now, because it's not quite clear which is the best pick. We don't know yet. Who's better to take, DALCARLO or Lamia? If you can only pick between just getting 1 copy of either, get a copy of Lamia before you think about getting a copy of DALCARLO. Lamia's, she's proven, she works everywhere. Lamia's Lamia, alright? So yeah, like look at this. We can just use an acapella here, build our full moon that way, and then just go in and then use DALCARLO at some point. So yeah, like for example, we can use her here. We can again use acapella. Usually, if we go now out of the blood moon, we would have to wait and cycle until we find another acapella. So I wouldn't say they clash. A temple every 24 hours? Yes. Yes, pretty much. Is it going to be... It's going to be 2. She counts as a DPS herself, I would say. I would argue she's closer to a DPS herself than anything else. Because you have the debuffs, you have the DOT, and you also have the damage multipliers to actually do something with her ultimate. Right, no multipliers, no nothing. You can see still similar results, and DALCARLO is outperforming someone who's specifically made for single target content with her ultimate. Does it stack? No, you have to use it. Do you have the numbers on how impactful the first 3 dupes are versus no dupes versus 10 dupes? The first 3 are like twice as effective. I think it's around twice as effective. You think grabbing crit rate % talents in this tight mode is reasonable since we have acapella and many items to boost crit rate? Only one. Only like one or two. Anything above it in Time Worn Mausoleum is just gonna weigh you down. Yeah, the third dupe is by far the most effective. But you can, I think you can probably make up the second and third boost combined with the rest, with the other 7 copies. It's quite a lot of copies. Yeah, she has. So, even without anything else, she does have the highest range, lowest cost, AoE, channel stop. She does have lowest cost, highest range, channel stop. Because she turns them into sheep, or the cats. Right? She turns them into cats. Now A3? Yeah, probably. Someone wanted to see something else, right? Let's run AP, just so we have some footage. Let's run DALCARLO and Thibault. Let's run DALCARLO and Thibault for Cacodemon. Let's run DALCARLO, Thibault for Cacodemon to yeah, just to see if we can get to wave 9. So Thibault, DALCARLO, so pretty standard champions, right? Our Thibault also doesn't have any investments, makes it a bit more realistic. Octavia definitely has to give her gear back though. So Octavia, and then we put it on Bella. Alright, let's play around the Cacodemon before we do the awakenings.
Facing the powerful.
Not this guy. This guy. Are we using a healer and who? Starry-Eyed Iona. If I had a Seth, I could also just use a Seth. But Starry-Eyed's pretty good. So, Trial Exorcism, just so I don't lose an entry. Okay. We are in the fight. We have our base formation. And now we can just add in a Thibault and DALCARLO. We can even put her a bit... You see how her range is like bigger than the mage? Yeah. So, okay. Bing, bang, boom. Alright, let's see how this goes. You got it, T. Amy. Should you replace Bella? You don't have to. You can if you want to. But you're also going to need her in other places, right? You think that Carlos is worth going all in on? She's probably not part of the very best team. Probably. But if you have the means and if you want to spend money, you're most likely not going to make a big mistake going all in on a DALCARLO. Okay, we made it to phase 2. So far, keep in mind, she's A0, no investments. And she is taking care of the side where... Oh, look at this! She even already... You see how she applied the debuffs? Because they walked into the field after it already disappeared. And then we can use her... Also, her ultimate is really cheap. Really cheap. Especially doing a Blood Moon. I mean, a 2-cost ultimate for what she does? It's pretty fucking good. And you can also use her for single target if you need to, right? And there we go. Best units for DOT team. DOT team currently is limited to, in my opinion, 2 units. You use a DOT, you use a Hearty, and you probably slot in either a Darcias, a Joanne, a Darcias, or a DALCARLO. That's like probably the optimal at the moment. Yeah, there you go. We use Theobald's ultimate more often, right? Because it moves around. But yeah, successful clear, full Spirit Kaku Demon, no awakenings, nothing crazy, no high levels, nothing unbelievable, no yeah, very solid, very solid. Ooh, we can try her in Clive though. Can definitely try her there too.
A fulfilling day indeed.
So at minimum, I would say you can definitely pick up a copy. Like, just having her once...
All I can see is destruction.
Just having her once is already a pretty good place to be at. Alright, let's get those upgrades in.
I see.
Yep, so now we get an attack increase of 148.
Fascinating.
Another increase of 147. Clive Guide or Riot. And a attack increase of 143. In a dot team, will she be better? You run both. You run both. Like, they don't clash. They work together. They don't clash. Alright, let's go all out. Let's go all out with DALCARLO. Let's see her full potential. 10,000 BP by... Who's good if she is a dot? Transcendent Hearty, right? Transcendent Hearty, but outside of that she synergizes with everyone because of the debuff she applies, right? Okay, let's run her at the highest level of the damage dealt boss. Let's see how that goes. Theobald, right? Theobald has our gear set that goes on Van Helsing. Yep. Okay, DALCARLO's ready, Lamia's ready, Theobald's ready, Acapella's ready. Okay, let's see how much higher we can push. We should definitely be able to break our earlier record. We said that like quite a while ago. So, crit resist, defense up, start. Who's good with that? You have it, so that's good. Oh, that's nice. You're in a really good spot. Okay, so we have her, we have Hearty, we have everybody ready. Ah, okay. Let's run it. Let's do some damage. And we're getting close. And we're getting close to our old record. Let's see how much he did. Old Van, he's gonna run out of ult. There's no point in ulting a Van Helsing.
How boring.
Ah, but look at this. 2.1 million. That's pretty good. Your Starry-Eyed Iona does not heal enough to pass 8-7. Yeah, turtle shell strategy. Bring as much... you got another copy of Incendiary Agaris. That is not a negative. You cannot tell me that that is something negative. I'm not gonna accept that, alright? I'm not gonna let you tell me that that ends up being something bad. Okay? Not gonna happen. Alright? I don't accept that. Congratulations on Incendiary Agaris, my guy. Do you even want the tank for this? Yes. I mean, yeah. The reason why is I'll show you. So, okay, we did slightly less with DALCARLO, but that's because we mostly finished on or focused on Lamia. Lamia's damage did increase because of DALCARLO, and with this we are currently number 1. But the reason why you want a tank for this is because he fits 2 categories. Number 1, he's a new moon. And number 2, he inflicts physical damage taken and magical damage taken up moderate due to the shield buff in this fight. How's the event? Free 10 pull, my guy. Just log in, get the free 10 pull. You know what's crazy? What I remember? 37% of those that did a free 10 pull got a DALCARLO, which is a 1 in 3. And 20% got an Ancestor. So that is definitely something to look forward to. Alright, Path of No Return, 1-1. Let's get some rewards. Yeah, exactly. Newmans are only tanks and healers usually.
Leave it to me.
I can't clear Night Hunt event. Is it doable for free to play? You have time until... you have the time until tomorrow. Not fake news, surely. Yeah, it's not fake news. You have time until tomorrow. And... I have a cover, or I did cover every single buff, every single event already. I will do an updated one if I find like any other crazy strategies. But yeah, you might just not be using the right buffs. It's definitely possible to do so. The question is, can you rank high, right? If you want to rank high, you need to have grinded quite a lot as a free to play, obviously. You need to have grinded quite a lot when it comes to summons, and not summons. You need to, yeah, okay, you need to get a bit lucky on summons. You know, you would need to grind story, and you should have grinded the gear boss. You need specific vessels, yeah, for the most part. Like the highest damaging comms are quite specific for now. That is very true. But you can definitely, like at minimum, if you've played the game, especially since launch, you will be able to get every single one of these rewards. Like 2 million damage, 120, 100 seconds, 60 and 50 seconds. You should be able to get those done. And that's a full 10 pull. By this time on the Lamia banner, I'd gotten 3 copies. Another Lemine in 30, what? Who's the next limited banner? I don't know. I don't know. We need to get accepted into the content creator program. If we get accepted into the content creator program, we get access to something called the test server, and then we'll probably get some updated news. So that's why we're also grinding so hard, right? we're grinding so hard so that I can give you all the new information on every new character and such early. So I think our chances are quite decent making it into said content creator program. So I'll let you know as soon as I know, but for now we have no real idea. Like we don't have like any tangible information on anything new. No problem. Valid question. Maybe I knew some secrets, right?
A fulfilling day.
Maybe I knew some secrets. Does the rewards from Night of the Hunt refresh, or is it just a one-time thing? This event is a one-time thing. This ends on Sunday, and it's probably gonna return maybe once a month, maybe twice a month, giving us a temple each time. Maybe with different fights. But it's a one-time event that goes away, and then at some point it comes back. Yeah, no, our Lamia is a bad example as a whole. Right? Like, our Lamia is just not a good character to compare something to. Like, look at the BP of our Lamia. Like, trust me, there's people in this chat that have lower team BP than our Lamia has alone. Unless you fully maxed out, they usually replace DPS more often than supports. Yeah, but she does have a support, right? She does have increased damage taken. But you are right. You are right. Like, for example, I don't really see them replacing Acapella anytime soon. Right? Like, Acapella is probably not going to see any crazy changes for a while. Right? Like, Acapella, how do you even replace her? Better buffs? But on the other hand, though, it's not that she's just a DPS, right? You have the increased damage. Like, yes, you do damage, but you have, most importantly, you have the morph at incredible range, at cheap cost. And you also have the all damage taken up. And you have the continuous damage up, which does synergize with T Hearty, which should hold for quite a while. Okay, let's think about it, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all have seen it. Y'all have seen it for quite a while, right? We've spent quite a bit of time talking about DALCARLO. We took a look. We thought about it a bit. We used our brain. We tried to. Okay, what would we say? Give me some ideas. What do you guys think? Let's make another voting, right? Let's make another voting. What actually is she? DALCARLO's tier. Right, what do I think? So we have S+. Cancel. What? Hello? What is going on? Sorry. Do we need to end the poll? Is there a poll going on currently? No, right? S+. Okay. S, A, or D. And no, I'm not talking about you giving her your D. This is something completely different. Alright? Relax. Relax. The D tier is just for those trolls that don't like her for whatever reason, okay? We're talking about something else. D is just there for those that don't believe in her, okay? At the very least S, but you think she's worthy as an S+. Yeah, so what we need to figure out is, can you comfortably say she is better than Thibault? Yes, right? She is better than a Thibault. And she does do more than a Cecia. Because Cecia is just raw AoE damage. No other things, right? She just does raw AoE damage. So if we were to order them in S tier, it would be DALCARLO, Cecia, Thibault in that order. Now, does she have what it takes to compete with Van Helsing, who dominates every single night hunt? Starry-eyed Aeona, who's the best healer you have if you don't have a Seth? Lamia, who's predominant in every single team, who also has the lifesteal. Acapella, who's legit irreplaceable. And Bella, who just does it all, right? Does she have what it takes to be set in the same row as these 5 units? Right? Like, we could, for example, say S plus tier would be top 5. Okay? Let's say for us personally, our tier list S plus is always going to mean top 5. For now, okay? We keep the Ancestor separate. For this decision, S plus means top 5. Okay? Does she replace any of the top 5? Like, for example, would Van Helsing drop and she would go in? Would Lamia drop and she would go in? Would Bella drop and she would go in? Yeah, right? I don't think so. I don't think any of those would drop. So if we define S plus as top 5, non-ancestors, if we define it at top 5, then no. If we do say 6, right? If we say that it's the top 6, for whatever reason, then I don't think there's a better pick than DALCARLO. Someone name me a better non-ancestor pick than DALCARLO if we say it's top 6. I'll wait. Try to name a better pick for S plus if it's not DALCARLO. Yeah, reasonable. Reasonable. So I guess we move DALCARLO down and Kayn goes up. Right? Why is Edina not placed anywhere? Ah, she's here. It's just I had her twice. When I added the images, she's here twice. You see? She's just here twice. So Kayn is now S plus tier. Good that we cleared up this one. Is Kayn good? No. No. Yeah, I mean, Thibault does have an amazing talent. But I would argue everything that Thibault can do, DALCARLO can do it too. Like, Thibault does AoE damage, DALCARLO does AoE damage. DALCARLO does single target damage, Thibault doesn't do single target damage. Thibault has his, yes, you do 40% more crit rate against the target, but you also have the ability to stun, so stop channeling, and you can also apply increased damage taken with DALCARLO. If Kayn is not good, why are you maxing Kayn? I'm not trying. Do you have anything lower than C for Kayn? We might introduce a D tier just for Kayn. We might have to introduce a D tier just for Kayn. Shit. See? And then add a row below. And we're gonna make this one gray. And we're gonna call it Kayn. Right? Kayn. There we go. And into the Kayn tier we put Kayn, Baphomet, Gedrick, Goldland. Yeah, perfect. Alright, perfect. So this is the Kayn tier. Concluding Kayn, Gedrick, Baphomet and Goldland. Yeah. Alright, let's see. What did most of you say? We did have a voting. S. Yeah. Okay, order by power level in tiers. So, we have our tier list still here. Do you want us to, rather than order them by the ABC, should we order them by power level? So that it goes left to right, and the further left a unit, so the closer to the letter, the more powerful they are. Should we do that? Because we do have the time. We have a lot of units we could probably swap around. It's been 10 days since the release of the game. So if y'all interested in that, vote yes. If not, we can do some more with DALCARLO, obviously. That's a lot of yeses. Okay. Okay. You think it's too subjective? I do feel like we can make some reasonable picks. You can disagree with me. You can tell me if I'm doing something unreasonable. But okay, let's start top to bottom. Let's start top to bottom. Strongest Ancestor. And now this is already where it gets hard. Okay, let's do worst Ancestor. Worst. Keep in mind, there is no worst. 80 is 9 of Zargon, perfect. For different modes, for now, no. We're talking general, right? So for now, let's say Lamine is the last. Let's put Tia Amy there because Tia Amy does have competition from a Bella. I feel like this is it for the moment. I think it goes Tia Harty, Tia Noah, Seth, Aya, Garrus, Tia Amy, Lamine. Or maybe like this. Tia Harty, Tia Noah, Seth, Tia Amy, Aya, Garrus, Lamine. Seth feels weaker than starry-eyed. Yeah. You just realized our limited pity is shared? Yes, it is. You got a Lamine and a DALCARLO in the free multi. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. Seth probably last place? I mean, technically, she still has something to prove. Okay, like this? We more happy than like this? You aim me worse than Lamine? No, that's too much. You also got a new SSR in the free multi? Wow, that's great. That's fantastic. And a third transcendent? Yeah, let's keep it like this for now. Okay, S plus tier. Let's move them down and then move them up in order. I don't think anyone is gonna complain, right? If we say S plus is the top 5 that aren't Ancestors, then Acapella is first. No doubt. Acapella's number 1. Lamia's number 2. Bella's number 3. Starry-eyed is number 4. And Van Helsing is number 5. Lamia is overrated? You think Bella is better than Lamia? You think Starry-eyed Iona is more important than a Lamia? You think Van Helsing is more important than a Lamia? No. No. I don't think so. Lamia can be replaced, only DPS. There's a certain difference between only DPS and the best DPS in the game, right? There is a difference between is DPS can be replaced and you try to replace the best DPS in the game, right? So we do have to cut her some slack. So I would say our first 2 tiers are solid. You could argue between Bella and Starry-eyed, maybe one or the other, top left, bottom right, in between, next to each other. But Bella does more. Like, the value she brings by herself is more. Because to a degree, you can live without Starry-eyed Iona. But yeah, for the most part, besides Acapella, you can live with everybody, right? You can live with everybody besides Acapella. Huh? Okay, we did order our S tier already. We go DALCARLO, Cecia, Thibault. I need to hear some picks. Who do y'all think has what it takes to also be considered an S tier hero? Because it looks a bit empty. I think we can give 1 or 2 more spaces to potential S tiers. But who? Amy? No. No. Gilrain? Friedrich? Triss? Triss unproven. Friedrich, he's just a tank. Bella is better. Joanne, she doesn't have a fixed place. Darcia, same. She's kind of just there. I don't know. Yeah, if you don't have a Bella, Friedrich is obviously great, but if you do have one, Gilrain, M.S? No, it's definitely not M.S. You would say Thibault, DALCARLO, Cecia, Agaris / Darcia / Otavia / Nicole? No. Thibault is definitely not the best S tier. Yggdrasil is a solid tank? Yes. Triss is insanely good in PvP? I can believe that. Gilrain? I mean, look at this. We don't have a single assassin in this list. Is that too much? Probably, right? I don't know. I gotta be honest with you. I don't think we have another S tier character. Like, non-Ancestor and none of those that are there. I don't think we have another S tier character in here. I don't see one. Best assassin is Max Spectre Gilrain? Yeah, maybe, but I don't like his dashing. He doesn't dash to last target. He dashes to whoever the fuck. Yeah, I don't think we have another one here. Okay. So if we don't have another one, who is the best out of all of these A tier heroes? Like, Edina is probably a bit behind. Piera is definitely behind. Friedrich can kind of stay. Augustine has to move behind. Amy has to move behind. Aona, I mean, yeah, she's a rare at the end of the day, right? She's a rare at the end of the day. I think this looks pretty solid. Friedrich sucks? No, he doesn't suck. Like, sure, that's someone that said that's something that someone says that has a transcendent Amy and a Bella both. Gilrain bottom S? Yeah, but I don't think he doesn't quite have it. He's close. He doesn't quite have it. Yeah, Piera has the potential. And I always use Friedrich, but he, like, just because he has a cheap new moon doesn't mean we could rank him higher just because of that, right? We're currently in the A tier, alright? These 3 are finished. These 3 are finished. Those are locked. No changes. You can stun with 3D, that's a boom on stages. Yeah, but you can bring a second one that can. He's like mid A tier. Let's put them together. Friedrich and Yggdrasil. Let's put them together. Piera is probably B+. Yeah, maybe she's the highest in B. Niche character? She sees a lot of play in like single target boss content. Octavia sees a lot of play single target boss content. What holds DALCARLO back from S+? Because we define S+ as top 5. S+ for now, for us, we say S+ is top 5, not considering the ancestors, right? So, if this is top 5, DALCARLO just cannot replace any of the top 5. Right? If it was like top 6, she would be up there. She's the most likely candidate, but she cannot quite stand on the same level as the others. Friedrich deserves S tier, he's the only real tank after Bella and Amy. Yeah, but we already have one in Ancestor, one in S+. Technically, you could rank Amy in S or S+. I don't think we want Friedrich up there in there. But Jester in S, she's way better than Friedrich. Now that's a hot take, if I've ever heard one. Now that is a hot take, if I've ever heard one. Like, I heard a lot of stuff, but Jester in S is a bit too much. Like maybe higher. We could move her up into A, but I'm not going higher than A. Why are we separating ancestors? Too hard to judge, right? The reason why we're separating them from them, because most of them would probably end up in S or S+, and we still don't know how important it is to have an ancestor for the Time Worn Mausoleum, because the Time Worn Mausoleum artifact buff that a ancestor gives is significantly stronger than what a normal character gives, and also they're kind of like archetype defining to a degree, right? Like she can cleanse debuffs, she can go past debuff block and whatever, she can increase blood recovery, he can revive himself, she's just a disgusting tank, he's the summon leader and she's the DOT leader, right? Like you cannot quite judge them on the same level as you would judge others. Doesn't mean that they're like better or worse than certain characters, but yeah, Jester S is too much. Jester S is too much. I'll only consider Jester an S, especially if you don't pull Bella or tank, but she falls a bit behind. Yeah, you always have to compare to who other else is also there, right? There's other characters that do also exist. Is S+ meta team for most content in that case? Meta team currently would be, if you're just going by meta team would be this. Right, like these 5. These 5 would be meta team for most content. Single target plus AoE, raw AoE, synergy between the two of them, and then synergy between the two of those, as well as obviously Stereite and Bella. But Van Helsing, he's just too good in pretty much any event you put him into, especially also Time Worn Mausoleum, that you have to move CZ onto S. Jester and Friedrich about the same? I would argue base stats. I mean, we can check them out real quick, right? At maximum level. So let's check them out. Gallery. I mean, you could limit break, but let's have a look at Jester. So Jester. Jester, okay, it is level 160, right? But she kind of caps out at like 2-4 and 1-181. And then for Friedrich, you would have 4,000 and 5,000. Like, there's no way at 160 he doesn't have more defensive stats than a Jester. If she was an SSR, she would probably have a stronger kit if she were an SSR, yeah. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Testing Theater with DALCARLO on the alt account damage is pretty insane. Reasonable. No. That's also one of the reasons why Ancestors are separate, is because they are so much harder to get a dupe for. She'd be good in Mausoleum? Oh, she should be. Yeah, like, I think this is... So currently, T Hearty or T Noah are like the best 2 Ancestors. Then it goes T Amy, then Agaris, then Seth, then Lamine. So those would be the top 6, or the ranking of the Ancestors themselves. Acapella is the very best unit, Lamia second best, then Bella, then Stereite, Aeon, then Van Helsing. And then you have number 8, number 6, number 7, number 8. these ones are a bit more subjective. Like definitely the top ones. Is time 1 that hard? Which stage? Starting from like stage 55. Starting from stage 55, or you could say, let me see. So time 1 Mausoleum starts getting hard around this. Once it's like starts changing color from blue to red. Like around this level. Because you're getting so many enemies and you can't kill them fast enough that they might just overrun you. So you cannot just bring a lot of ranged units, you also need to consider bringing fighters or tanks so that you can block the swarming enemies to then kill them. So it does get a bit more complex, you could say. Is the new unit worth pulling for? Do your singles. Do your free multis. See if you can get her. But yes, I would say she is top 10. Top 10 in the game if you don't consider Ancestors easily. And even at 0 copies she can deliver. We tested her out, we played around with her. Even at A0 she can deliver, 100%. Limino, Lamia better? Lamia probably. Oh, you didn't grind time 1 enough? Are you 14 activated? I think I might have missed a day. But... yeah, I don't really care. Like, I'm running my normal team. I'm not really going for multiple copies of like different ones or like craft this hand and stuff. I'm fine. Not worth duping her up? She's worth duping her up, definitely. Like, for example, we currently have our DALCARLO at 3. You can go to 3, but you don't go to 3 for DALCARLO unless your Lamia is already at 3.
Why in the world?
No, you can spam grind time 1 for achievement and get more points. Yeah, I don't do that yet. Right? I do my dailies. This is all just from dailies. All these talents. We are still winning. Right? We're still winning. So... Is DALCARLO good? Yes. Yes. She's the 6th best non-ancestor. Pretty much. She's right behind Lamia, Acapella, Van Helsing, Stereite and Bella. She's right behind them.
The tower. All I can see is destruction. A vision of...
She's right behind them. Both. Both of us sustain. Joan should probably be put to S level. I haven't yet seen her do anything incredible. Like, if you think about it, yeah, she changes her face, yes, she does like the multi-stun, but she's a melee unit. So she's always limited by range. You cannot just break into the enemy formation. And also, her stun does take a while, because she does have to attack quite a bit during the electrified state to get the stuns out. So, I don't think she has what it takes at the moment to be an S tier. Should I get Lamia's 4th copy or DALCARLO, you're free to play? Work on Lamia's 4th copy, use your free pulls for DALCARLO and see if you get lucky. Is it worth going for dupes on Lamia banner? Yes. Yes, definitely. You can go for 3. 3 total copies, Lamia banner. You don't need 11, but you can go for 3. If you have Acapella at 0 stars and Seth at 3 stars, you should use both. Acapella is a buffer, Seth is a healer. You use both. Yeah, CC is really important. The sheepification, really important. Should you pull everything? It depends on the definition of everything. If you want to work your way towards 3 copies, you can do so. But if you're talking about 11 copies, I don't think you need to. You got 5 Lamias in a temple? Fuck, that's a lot of Lamias.
How much longer do we have to stay here, Mother?
Until the rain stops.
Is a new character confirmed? Jacynthia's mom? Eliana? Mummy cat? What the fuck?
This is quite interesting.
Joanne was key there. Yeah, we'll be fine. Time to wish me luck. Hey, best of luck, my guy. May you be ever successful.
Those who don't know subservience shall be punished. That's not a custom.
Joanne and Theophane could be a solid S. Why would you rank Theophane on S? Arena? Like, I haven't seen Theophane perform anywhere. My biggest problem with Theophane is he dies too easily. Like, he himself dies. Yes, he can keep your team alive, but he kind of just dies. Hey, Rita, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Is quite interesting.
Greatly appreciated. Theophane sucks right now? Yeah, I don't think you're using him anywhere specifically for any real reason.
This victory belongs to all of us.
T. Amy also dies too fast. T. Amy is not in the same level of dying fast as a Theophane though. Joanne in S, is she good? Joan is not S. Joan is A. She's good, but she's not top 10.
Strong and sturdy.
Yeah.
Did we overdo it?
Should you use Bella or T. Amy? Both are fine. Just try them out. You can also just run both at the same time.
This is quite interesting.
That's not a custom.
But yeah, T. Amy, especially early on, is really good at resisting magic damage. Really good. The game gives you Joanne a lot, then you should probably use her. Does T. Hardy act as an off-tank with Bella or strictly just damage? Not sure how to position her. Make sure your most of your focus is on Bella. But you can use her as an off-tank. Just try to draw like 1 or 2 enemies. Try not to draw too many. Because she's not that crazy. But she can definitely off-tank. 100%. Who should you swap for as Iona? Seth. Otherwise, just keep as Iona in. Oh, wait. No. Oh, for your team. We need to see the full team.
With the chariot in hand.
Oh, should you use as Iona if you already have Bella, Van Helsing, Transcendent, Agares, Acapella, and Lamia? Van Helsing. Van Helsing out. How do you know if your enemies are physical or magical damage? Okay, so if you want to know what an enemy is about, you go into a stage. You load in. It either tells you directly, or what you can do is you click on the enemy and you compare these values. If the physical value is higher than the magical value, that means the enemies are physically resistant. If the magical value, so the right one, is higher than the left one, that means they're magically resistant. So if this number is higher, bring physical damage. If this number is higher, bring magical damage. If they're both equal, it does not make a difference. Maybe you should consider, we are considering the artifacts, right? We are taking into consideration the artifacts. Acapella is still overpowered, she doesn't need an artifact. Van Helsing has the Eye of Truth. Lamia has the Philosopher's Stone. Yeah, Starry-Eyed Iona, we'll get to the healer artifact at some point, we just don't have it yet. Bella has her summon artifact, which makes her incredible. Get attack speed on T. Amy, she gets better. Yeah, how do you do that, right? How do you get attack speed on your T. Amy? Huh? What will be the first artifact they upgrade? Probably Philosopher's Stone. It's the safest pick.
Why in the world?
Like, upon crit it, fires 4 bullets at the target, dealing 300% damage, cooldown 6 seconds. Safest pick. Safest pick. Can be used on Van Helsing, can be used on Lamia, can be used on any DPS. This is by far the safest pick. And then other contenders, there's 2. In my opinion, you shouldn't go for... okay, it's 1 of 4, right? It's either Philosophers or the Silver Shadow Chronometer, so you can get the blood cost on a Bella. Does mean you have to run a Summoner, though. If you don't run a Summoner, you don't get the effect. So, Philosopher's Stone first. Eye of Truth only works on specific characters, so like Van Helsing, Gilrain. If you don't basic attack, you can't use it, so bit iffy. And this one also, you can only use it if you use a debuff character. If you use a debuff character, so it's probably Philosopher's Stone first, and then it's between Silver Shadow, Eye of Truth, and Poseidon Skull, depending on what you use the most.
Please come again. Look forward to your next.
Any tips on 8-7? That level is hard for me. Do not try to beat it. Try to run away from it. It is a survival stage. It is not your mission to kill the stage. It is your mission to survive for 60 seconds. So bring tanks, bring a lot of healers, and run away. Make sure you use displacement ultimates, like for example Starry-Eyed Aeona, to move away from the enemies. Use the displacement item for 2 blood to run away. And if it still doesn't work, you just have to upgrade your levels a little bit. And if you want to know how to do that, just play the event, right? Just play the event, get yourself some more resources, upgrade your characters by a couple levels, and you should find success. Poseidon on DALCARLO and T-Hottie, yep. You know how I complete the stage? Starting from the second half, I pressed only Iona, ulti, and the tank. Yep. I mean, we barely survived. We had like half a character alive.
From atop the tower.
On the note of Poseidon's Skull, can we upgrade it? Or do we need to play this? Do we have normal summons? Okay, Temple! Thoughts on the unit? Not necessarily a must-have, but 6th best unit in the game, non-Ancestor. Right behind Lamia, Acapella, Van Helsing, Bella, and Starry-Eyed Aeona, right? Okay. We still have the in-game sound on now, so yeah. You just got T-Hottie and Dal on the 4th multi. Easy combo, set for life. Alright, we tried. Let's follow our own reasoning. Let's buy, we did a lot of summons, so we can buy a lot of shards.
Previous I-
So let's do some more perfect shards. One more.
Forward to your next
Bing!
visit. Do remember to come back.
It's pretty good. Still pulling? No. We were basically redoing the tier list, testing out DALCARLO. Can you increase pity in DALCARLO banner and use on Lami banner? Yes. Yes, you can.
Me to the other side.
Yes, you can, and you should. Be careful with your pity. Do manage it well.
From atop the tower, all I can see is destruction. A vision of the
Damn, that's some heavy shaking. Okay.
The longest journey begins.
Who to focus on? Affinity upgrades? The top tier units. Just anybody top tier. Like for example, for us, we are for the moment only and exclusively upgrading Lamia. So just only upgrade the heavy hitters. Lamia, Van Helsing. Also DPS first. DPS above others. Yeah, pity is 60. You shouldn't reach it. You think you need... Dude, you just want us to spend some money and see me summoning.
Tower, all I can
I think we need to max out DALCARLO. No.
vision.
I mean, I'm kind of tempted to, but yeah, maybe I need to make a pity detailed video. I'm not quite sure. Is there any situation? Yes, a very specific one. The 5th fight. The 5th fight of Night of the Hunt does not want an acapella because her ultimate is too slow. The fight is too fast. We need 13 copies to test her properly. Oh, shut up. Shut up, you guys. Look at our resources. We're broke. You really want to send me down into the abyss? Huh? You really want us to go down the abyss to pull 7 more copies? Y'all are degenerates. Y'all are a bunch of degenerates. Okay, so he hasn't maxed her yet. Sun Wukong, I mean, otherworldly faction is a thing, right? Otherworldly faction is in fact a thing. Is it worth it with ascendant units in the pity as well? What does it even mean? No, we don't pull it, like we don't tend to pull ancestors in these summons. Teal wrist wouldn't be accurate without 13 copies of DALCARLO. But it's a whole bunch of money, and then I look like a whale.
Oh, what? You don't look like much at all. What
Right?
in the world?
Like it's already bad enough that we have a maxed out Lamia. You really think it's a good look if we have a maxed out Lamia and maxed out DALCARLO?
All I can see is destruction. A vision of the apocalypse.
Aren't you one? I don't want to. You have to compete with... I can't! My guy has more money than I ever made in my life. Like, you want me... Like, he has earned more money... Like, he currently sits on more money than I've ever made. Most likely. Okay. Okay, I told you, I take bets. If anybody wants me to go to the next DALCARLO, I need to see a 20 buck super chat. Otherwise, I ain't doing it. I told you. I'm a gambling man. I'm gonna do whatever it takes, how many multis it takes to get the next DALCARLO. But I do need an incentive. I am a gambling man, but I'm not stupid. Okay. Not that stupid. Right? So, if anybody wants to see me summon some more, put some money on the table. Otherwise, we keep. Okay? Because it can get really expensive really fast. And I don't like that. So... yeah, back it up. Otherwise, yeah. Yeah, exactly. We keep. Yeah. But I'm a man of my word. If any of you has too much money lying around, I give up. Okay? I give up. If you don't, hey, let me keep my A3 DALCARLO. Thank you. Like, we also still have 40 free pulls. Is the game expensive for whales? How does it compare? I would say... like, if you were to compare maxing out a character in Genshin versus maxing out a character in this game... Genshin is like, what, 10,000? If you want to max out the weapon, if you want to max out the character, if you get unlucky on the summons... it's like 5 to 10,000, and here's like maybe 1,000. It's a bit hard to say, depends on luck, right? How to increase the level in this patch? Observatory.
Don't wander around.
Right here. Be careful though. If you level this up, it is expensive. DALCARLO worth? Yes. Yeah, definitely worth getting at least 1 copy. Spend 12k gems, didn't even have hyper pity. Yep, it gets expensive really fast.
From atop the tower.
It gets expensive really fast.
Destruction.
And the 2 best supports? DALCARLO and Acapella. At the moment in the game, DALCARLO and Acapella are the best supports. Hey! Thank you so much for 2,400 subscribers. Thank you. Greatly appreciate it. Is 60 hard pity? Yes. You got Augustine with your free 10 pull. That means you're in hyper pity. Next one is either Ancestor or DALCARLO. You will get DALCARLO from the free summons whether you like it or not. It is not unlikely, yeah. You want to level up your tank skills, but I don't really know if I should upgrade Amy or Bella. Bella special. Upgrade Bella special. That's the only thing you need to upgrade on the Bella. This one. That's it. Upgrade Bella special. Anything else? Unimportant. Who you should pick for the guaranteed of 300? Okay, Acapella check, Lamia check, Bella check, Van Helsing check, Stereo check, DALCARLO check, Cecia check. Oh shit, pick a copy. You have everybody. For your 300 coffin, pick a copy. Pick a copy of, I don't know, Van Helsing. Pick a copy of Van Helsing or Cecia. Yeah, they're not gonna end. They're not gonna make anybody, like, they're not gonna put someone into the coffin. The coffin is fixed. I still don't understand. Hyper pity is when you lose a 50-50, then lose again to get ancestor. No, hyper pity is as long as you lose a 50-50 to a non-ancestor. The first time you lose a 50-50 to a non-ancestor triggers hyper pity, and hyper pity is a ancestor or the featured character. Just hold it. Yeah, but he can also just use it. Like, it's not like some random character is just gonna, like, there could be another character in the meta, right? But he does have the most important picks. But yeah, if you're curious what I'm doing with my 300 pick, yes, I am also currently holding it. So, is it a good idea? I don't know. I don't know. Wish I knew. Worth pulling for? Yes. You can pretty much fit her into every single team. Just run her next to a Lamia. Like, if you want to play a really good team, just run Lamia, DALCARLO. Like, run Lamia and DALCARLO as your main DPS, and then run Bella, Stereo-Eyed, and Acapella. He won't need to use it to break the 160 wall. Like, trust me, 160 wall isn't a thing. Like, I don't think 160 wall exists in this game. Yes. If you get an ancestor from Hyper Pity, the next one is still Hyper Pity. Hyper Pity only ends when you get... No, it doesn't go back to 50-50. Hyper Pity only ends when you get the featured. You can technically get 7 ancestors in a row. Hyper Pity only ends when you get the featured. Right? Like, when an Inspired Herald yields an Ancestral, the next vessel will still be either the featured or an Ancestor. Right? When a Hyper Pity gives you an Ancestor, it is either a featured or an Ancestor. Yeah. So, Hyper Pity is active until you get the character.
The longest journey.
Yep. Exactly. It is really nice. Hey, 6 more. Thank you so much. Acapella is an 11. On a scale of 1 to 10, Acapella is an 11. And nobody's gonna disagree. On a scale of 1 to 10, Acapella is an 11. Yes, Hyper Pity works on any premium banner. So Hyper Pity works on both of these, and they share it between each other. So if you do a free pull here and pull in SSR, you can use your Hyper Pity on this banner, but the reverse is also true, so be careful. Be careful. You're on server 10,005. Could you join any of my clans? Yes, you could. Any guilds are shared between US and Europe and rest of the world. And SIA is separate, right? Everybody can join anybody's clan as long as you're not in Asia. Should you save your Echo Shop? Not really. I mean, you can, but you get... It's a bit hard to say. You can definitely save it for the time when you need to get another character to 200, or you can just work on getting your already strong characters like Van Helsing, like Cecia to 200 already. Both is fine. I don't think it's gonna make much of a difference. Is Seth without dupe still better than Stereo-Eyed with 3+? She still heals more. You want to join my guild? Is there free space? No, but we have a third guild called Bloody Rose. You can check out the Discord down below in clan search, and they should still have a bunch of free spaces. VH or Lamia to solo DPS? Lamia. If you want to solo DPS, use Lamia. So a team of Lamia, DALCARLO, Acapella, Bella, and Stereo-Eyed Iona is a good team for PvE? Yes. Yes, it is. You could also take out Bella for Transcendent Amy, because now you don't need the stun from Bella anymore. You didn't realize there's a new event? Yeah, launched the hour, right? More rewards, more stuff. Make sure you all buy it.
How much longer?
Pretty good.
The departed.
How good is Tihati? The best Ancestor. So, top 10 unit in the game, but overall best Ancestor. Probably. But it's pretty close. It is pretty close. It's not like there's a clear favorite, you know? Should you go for more copies of Lamia or DALCARLO? Lamia. Get Lamia finished first to 3 copies. And then you can worry about more DALCARLO copies.
Tower. All I can see is destruction.
The team with Lamia, DALCARLO, etc. Bella, Day 8, free unit. Stereoid Aeona, or Seth, both are fine. And then Acapella.
Come dance to my new.
What about a collab? Yeah, I mean, if they make it happen, they make it happen. Which team would I play with Tihati? Bella, Stereoid, Acapella, DALCARLO,
Top the tower.
and Tihati.
Don't come too close.
58 pulls from Lamia and Stinner SSR. Last 2 pulls I'm gonna pull on Dal. Okay, sure. One more question. I don't have any Transcendent Vessels. What should I choose in the selector? Don't pick anything for now. Why 3 copies? Give the biggest boost.
From atop the
Is the most attainable and yields the most results.
tower.
Like, they give around double to 2.5 times the stats you get for an extra copy above. And what do you think so far? I'm running Tihati main DPS. Should we replace Lamia with DALCARLO? You can. You can. And you shouldn't notice any, like, big difference. It depends on your level of investment in your Lamia. Like, either replace Tihati with DALCARLO or replace Lamia with DALCARLO. It depends. If you really like Tihati as a character and you want to continue using her, then replace Lamia. If you just want to run like probably a bit more efficient team, you can take out Tihati for DALCARLO. Alucard would be nice. He'll probably arrive. I mean, in the very first chapter, they talked about how Dracula is like the best one. Okay. Once more again, let's explain Hyper Pity. So, Hyper Pity is only active on the premium banners, only done with either the free pulls or the Vestige of Love, right? Or gems. Huh? Hyper Pity only works for these 2 banners. Hyper Pity only starts after you get your very first hero. Because before you get hypertension is the mechanic during boss fights which insta-kills you. But okay, so when obtaining an SSR vessel, there's a 50% chance it's Lamia or whoever. If the SSR obtained is not a featured or a common ancestral, the inspired herald, which means there's one scenario. If your first ever SSR during a premium banner is an Ancestor, no Hyper Pity. Past your first SSR on any banner at any point in time, Hyper Pity, right? But yeah, so Hyper Pity is pulling a non-Ancestor, non-limited, non-featured, right? Non-Ancestor, non-featured. So think Hearty. Pull a Hearty. Next one is guaranteed to be either the rated up or an Ancestor. And that happens so long until you get the rated up unit. Then it resets. Then you pull another Hearty. Then you either pull Ancestor or Limited. If you pull the Ancestor, it goes on. If you pull the Limited, it stops and it goes back. Yes, the Pity carries over between the two. Pity counter is shared across other limited Herald events. It will not reset at the end of the event and it carries over. So you can use your free pulls to build Pity for the other banner. Do we know the chances for getting the featured or Ancestor during Hyper Pity? It was explained. It was explained in... I think it's the event post. It said something along the lines of everybody else's chances get set to 0, but the Ancestor chances stay the same. So let me, I need to find the wording. There was exact wording during the patch notes, I believe. So let's see if we can find them. And there was exact wording on what the odds were. Okay, let's have a look. Whoops. So this is the maintenance notice. Inspired Herald until the Inspired Herald rule resets. Limited. I read it somewhere. Yeah, I'm sorry. I read it somewhere. But it's closer to like a 95 to 5% chance. If I had to give you the odds, it's like 95 to 5%. So 95% chance you get the raid up character, 5% chance you get the Ancestor. Right? Yeah, right. You're a vampire, your eyes? I'm sorry. In the last tier list, where would Dal place? Top 6. 6th best unit in the game, but you don't consider Ancestors. So she's right behind Van Helsing. She's the best unit outside of the top 5. Yep, we are repeating the same thing over and 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 over again. Good enough for most stuff. One Ancestor, you can full send it. No need to worry about anything else. You gotta get Ancestor, go. Play the game. Have fun. Get more summons. Get lucky. You're done. Van Helsing. You can take out Van Helsing. 4 chip. Tino, Acapella, DALCARLO, what to next? Tank and healer. Yeah. Bella, Stereite, Bella, Seth, whatever you have. Abyss won in this game? I hope not. Hope not. Okay. You think DALCARLO needs more than 1 copy? She can't. You can give her more than 1 copy, but she needs it less than a Lamia. All right. Yeah. Pretty much. So, thank you all so much for joining. We actually still have to publish some more videos, and there's more people that need all the answers that I gave you right here. So I have to like come up with a couple more vids, and I'll publish them. You know what? We might see each other with another stream, because I still need to do some daily content push. Maybe later today. Maybe in... Yeah, I think in like 5 to 6 hours we'll be live again, alright? In around 5 to 6 hours we'll be live again. But now I just need to turn whatever we have here into something I can post, and then... right? Because we did our DALCARLO testing, and everybody always wants to know, right? How good is she? Should you get her? What's her rank? What does she do? So, yeah. What is my lineup? Standard lineup at the moment. Lamia, Stereite, Bella, Acapella, Cecia. Huh. Alright. Thank you so much. And as always, we see each other in stream number 2 and videos and everything else. And if you want to, feel free to become a member. You get some fancy emotes, subscription, comments, likes, everything helps me. And yeah, hey, thank you so much, Christian. We see each other next time.